I can watch us because I was still getting, 300 down or something absurd like that.
No, we're up. Hey, what's up, everyone? We're back on second stream. We're up. We're back again. We are back, everybody. Google tried to suppress us. The powers that be tried to hold us down.
Is this a new stream or no?
We're not going to happen.
Oh, wow.
We're not going to happen.
That's crazy.
So we back.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I blocked you on Twitter, man. Good. Glad I did. The fact that you brought it up in the live stream chat reminds me. I'm very glad I blocked you on Twitter, dude. Anyway,
back to the predicted odds.
What was interesting about the predicted odds was last I checked, predicted's down. Is it still down? Let's see if it's back up or not. Still down. Last I had seen some unreported stuff that predicted it swung heavily in Trump's favor, and then it went down. So we'll see. Maybe it went down because predicted doesn't want to take a beating, but we'll see. Texas within 0.2%. That was one of the races we were watching a second ago. Trump's still leading in Florida, but that's 51-48. We've been seeing that for a while. PA still under 20%, but PA all of a sudden is very close at 57-41. Well, relatively close. Ohio is within a couple percentage points. That's very close as well. Michigan, 58 for Trump, but I imagine that will shrink as we continue.
Yeah, man, I am reading this one. Pennsylvania is tight. That's 20 electoral votes. That's a lot. That's just short of, basically that's the same for Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Colorado just officially called for Biden, by the way.
Yeah, we saw that one before we woke up this morning. The more they pat themselves on the back, the bigger Biden fans they are. Man, the fact that Michigan is so hard Trump right now.
It's early though. I mean, remember when Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but I'm looking.
Pennsylvania's 56%.
But look, it went hard Biden because the urban districts were reporting. But even some of the more urban districts in freaking Michigan are going Trump right now, dude. That's a portend, my friend. Now, yeah. I always make a rule. I don't say anything solid.
Ohio, according to AP, is at 0.1%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Texas is in Trump's favor, according to AP.
Yeah, anybody that said Texas is going to flip blue is psycho.
Again, I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought Florida and Texas were solid red. But this was what was going to be interesting was these states right here. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Which is, by the way, where they campaigned like the whole time, too.
Yeah, the Rust Belt, baby. There's kind of this romance to the Rust Belt. I hope we bring manufacturing back there. It's a tough people. It's a tough climate. It's, that's rocky territory, baby. Even though that's technically Philadelphia, but you know what I'm saying?
This night has shown, as their votes have came in, to be crazy. Now, I haven't seen people acting a fool on Twitter yet, which is interesting, but there's time.
Oh, yeah. No. The freak out has to start. The freak out, the self-congratulatory nor'eastern white liberals.
Trump still leads Virginia. I don't know what's happening with Virginia. I do think
that's with half reporting, dude.
I think as they count Richmond, Biden will win Virginia. I really do believe that.
Think so, huh?
I really do, yeah. Barry McCockiner is getting suspended.
Okay, so I'm looking at this, man. And we got Georgia coming in. Okay, Ohio's over 60%. Still neck and neck. That is crazy.
Dude, Ohio, according to AP, is at... according to AP, Biden has lost the lead. Trump has moved up 0.5 according to AP. New York Times has Trump down 0.3%. So it's within 1% in Ohio, according to New York Times and Associated Press. Crazy.
Wow. And Iowa hasn't even started reporting yet. Their polls close late, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Can you believe that? Those Iowans.
Iowans.
So I wonder if Minnesota's going to pull out another, like Al Franken. Are they going to find a bunch of ballots in the trunk of a bunch of, Somali gangsters?
Do you think that's why they had no problem selling Al Franken out and throwing him under the bus and taking his job away from him?
Yeah, it's because they'd given it to him in the first place. Corruption giveth and corruption taketh away.
I love this. 1 second. I love this guy. Check this out in Louisiana. So if you go to Louisiana, you go to the full Louisiana results. And he's in other states too, but check this out. President Bodie's 211 votes.
Who's President Bodie?
I don't know, but he's beating Brock Pierce and Don Blankenship. Now, Kanye West is you know who isn't on this list even? Is fucking Howie. That fucking Howie, man. Green Party. Get your shit together. Kanye West, 300 votes, though, in this great state of Louisiana.
Dude, look at that. This is nuts, man. Now, Florida is 93% counted with Donald Trump up by almost 4 points.
Yeah, his lead's only grown, so.
Yeah.
But again, Florida and Texas are probably going to go Trump. Trump has taken a now 1% lead, almost, according to New York Times. Nearly 1% lead. According to New York Times, his lead is about 1% as well, according to AP. But again, Biden not winning Texas and Biden not winning Florida aren't surprising. If Biden is now losing Ohio, which again isn't that surprising, but damn, that sucks. He was holding on for so long, and Pennsylvania's getting close. That would suck to lose as well.
Yeah, but, dude, Ohio's that bellwether state, man. And right now, Biden's up by 0.3 with almost exactly 2/3 of the estimated votes reported. 64% according to the New York Times. Now, when we hit up Fox News and they hit up Ohio, they say about 70% in with 49.6 for Donald Trump. So, once again, within the margin of error. You talk. It's crazy looking at all these things, man.
Yeah, but it's really, I mean, a lot of this stuff, the only states that are really interesting to take a look at now, Texas is getting to 64%, worth keeping an eye on. Ohio getting into 70%, worth keeping an eye on. Ohio, Pennsylvania 16, who cares? Michigan 20, who cares? Wisconsin 20, who cares? Minnesota 23, who cares? But Biden does have a big lead. Now, the Virginia thing is weird. 47% reporting in Virginia. Now, the Trump lead's not 20% anymore in Virginia, so it makes a lot more sense. So it does look like Virginia will eventually go Biden in the long run. It just looked weird for a little while. But more votes in Michigan, more votes in Pennsylvania are really what matters right now. Ohio, dude, Biden was leading Ohio all the way up. Now that we're at 70%. And I get that it's not like basketball. He wasn't literally leading. They just hadn't counted everything yet. But it's still, Ohio was looking good for Biden for much of this count. Now that we've approached 70%, who knows if he gets the lead back. Same with Texas. But again, I mean, 20% in Michigan, 20%, 17% in Pennsylvania, 25% in Wisconsin, and 23% in Minnesota. Not really too big of a deal yet. Maine was 7%. So Maine is ranked choice voting, but still nothing too much to see from there yet. That's where we're at right now. Really, the states to keep an eye on currently are Texas, Florida, Ohio, I believe. Florida at 91%. Trump's been leading for a while. I believe he wins. Again, Florida and Texas, I guess, not really too much to keep an eye on. Pretty obviously going red. Big state to keep an eye on is Ohio, which at 70% reporting is a 1% lead roughly for Donald Trump, according to the Associated Press. And it had been a comfortable lead for Joe Biden throughout much of the count.
And that's the bellwether state, baby. That's the state that is it's the predictor state, man. Ohio is predicted the presidential. Oh, yeah. What's the stat? Remember when Andrew Yang didn't make it onto the ballot in Ohio because one of his interns screwed up or something? Ohio.
Hey, we'll do a whole video on the postmortem of the Biden of the Trump
bellwether
of
predictions
the Yang campaign one day. Sorry.
Okay.
Dude, I just remembered Amy McGrath. Amy McGrath, dude, so much money spent, so much.
Yeah, look, so Ohio voters have failed to favor the next president only twice, in 1944 and 1960. So since 1960.
Wait, hold on. In 44, they voted against the sitting president during World War II?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, you think about it, yeah.
Right? Because isn't that what happened?
It's kind of savage. And in 1960, that was against JFK, right?
I don't know.
Or was he the 64 election?
I don't know.
Yeah, so either way.
So when will VA get recalled? Google sus MP super chat. Dude, I don't know. Maybe they know something we don't, but VA is now at 43% still with Trump leading. It is weird, especially because the other thing that's weird about VA is not only Trump 48% reporting the Senate. Gade, running in the Senate as a Republican, is leading. But maybe they still have to count all the urban votes. Who knows?
Well, yeah, and they haven't had a chance to start cheating yet either.
Well, also, like, they might just know, like, yeah, this area is, like, come on. Like, you live in California. You know what cities and states are, you know what cities and counties are Biden cities. They might know what to count.
Well, I cannot believe that in 1944 and 1960 was the last time that Ohio did not correctly predict or favor who is going to be the presidential candidate. That is intense. That is real intense. So here we go. Just refresh some of the stats. Only 17% in Pennsylvania. Come on, guys. Also, why is New Hampshire sucking?
Pennsylvania just doesn't matter yet. It's like, dude, the polls closed in Pennsylvania hours ago, and like nothing's reporting. It just doesn't matter.
It's like, what are you guys doing with the ballots?
I will say, Joe Biden had like an 80-10 lead up until now that we're getting closer, it's getting closer, which is what to expect. Ohio's crazy, 71% reporting, and Trump's extending his lead in Ohio.
Yeah, and Texas is settling in for Trump, dude.
Which is to be expected.
Yeah,
right?
Texas is settling
Florida,
in for
Texas
Trump.
is not crazy. If Biden loses to Florida and Texas, whatever, dude, you're probably going to lose Florida and Texas. But if Biden loses Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, then he loses the election, obviously. Like, these are the states that really matter.
I'm just waiting for California to go red, bro. That's when I'll move back. No.
Honestly, California probably never goes red again.
You don't think so?
No.
Too much population?
It's not just because of this population. It's just...
It's the perpetual boom. Actually, no, I got to tell you, I think you can't say that knowing that the Democrat Party is going to die within 10 years.
California's the transplant state. And I think Democrats are the transplant party.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
People who are going to live...
But if they keep behaving the way they are now, it's not... There's a reason it's a transplant state, and it's because of opportunity. But if the opportunity goes away, then another state's going to become the transplant state.
The people that plan to live in Mississippi for the next 35 years, or the people that plan to be born and dead in Mississippi and have their kids born and die in Mississippi, probably lean red more than blue. The people who are in Kansas who are planning for their kids to move to San Francisco are probably more blue than red. You see what I mean?
No.
Like, the people that are going to stay in some of these states and live and die there probably lean more red. I don't know why, but that just seems to be what happens.
Yeah, so I don't know. California, dude, next time we're looking at this map, bro, it's going to say 52 or 53.
Nevada, again, you know what's funny? You said Nevada's a transplant state. Guess which transplant's on his way to Nevada in a few weeks?
Hey.
Even though Southern Nevada really is the eastern suburb of Los Angeles. It really is.
Yeah, that's fair to say. It's like extended San Bernardino.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's like San Bernardino without the meth, basically.
Yeah. Wow, dude.
By the way, let's check on my boy Howie. How is Howie Hawkins doing? By the way,
check on McGrath. Can we see what the final count for McGrath was?
I did a video about Howie Hawkins when he got his Twitter account banned. Dude, Howie Hawkins is at 0.2% nationally, man.
Bummer. Illinois.
Donald Trump's still winning the popular vote, by the way.
Yeah, now look.
It's early, man. It's early.
Dude, he's running away with Wisconsin too, man.
It's early. I'm not gonna read too much into Trump winning the popular vote. It's like, dude, like Trump winning Wisconsin with 29% reporting isn't too big of a deal. Him winning Michigan with 21% reporting, not too big of a deal. Now him leading in Ohio with 72% reporting, that's kind of a big deal, right? I mean, it's the same reason why Biden winning in Pennsylvania with 18% is not a big deal, and Biden winning in Minnesota with 30% is not a huge deal, but that lead's starting to get large, and 30% is starting to get to a big number, but that's that.
Yeah. Look at that, 270 to win. So are we going to see if
Howie won't beat the 1% because he hates the 1% so much. Exactly. You know what? Howie always at point. I was about to say Howie's the 0.1%. That's how much he stands up for the little guys. Howie represents the 0.1%.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a look at Virginia. Let's take a deep dive.
Yeah, I want you to do the deep dive into what's going on in Virginia.
According to New York Times results, so with 45% reporting, Virginia is still overwhelmingly red according to the New York Times map. However, at Richmond, we're still seeing Richmond only 10% reporting. I'm expecting massive turnout in Richmond for Biden, 'cause that's the big city of Virginia. Yeah, like a like southwestern West Virginia, probably going to go Trump. But Richmond and some of the more eastern parts, I imagine, as they count these. And you'll notice the big thing is Richmond at 10% reporting. That could easily switch the state by having larger reporting odds.
Yeah.
Odds is the wrong word. Just larger in reporting in general.
Wow. I'm still checking out this. By the way, explain to our audience how Maine works and how Nebraska works differently than the other states.
Well, hold on. Maine is ranked choice voting, I believe. And I believe Nebraska.
No, but their state constitutions don't require that
Okay,
their
no, but-
electors go to the same person.
Exactly. But I believe
Yeah.
Maine is actually instituted ranked choice voting, which is ranked choice voting. Nebraska, they elect electoral votes proportionally.
Yeah.
Meaning they don't have to elect all their votes to one candidate.
Yeah.
They can go proportionally. So if some part of the state goes one way, they can go the other. So there we go. But Maine, I believe, is actually experimenting with ranked choice voting this year, which makes it different on top of that.
Yeah.
But Maine also historically works similarly, where they don't have to have all their votes go to one candidate. They can split them proportionally.
Yeah.
Wow. According to Borden in chat, Philadelphia County has stopped counting mail-in votes for today, and they've only counted 76 of the 355. 76,000 out of 350,000, so a lot of... Exactly. PA, I would not expect PA results tonight, especially with PA shrinking as much as it is. Remember, Biden had a lead of like 80% to 20. Now it's like 51 to 45, and they're still under 20% reporting.
Yeah. What is up with Pennsylvania? Like, really, why are they
The
so
votes are
much
gonna take
worse?
forever there.
I know, but we know they were fighting about whether or not you should be able to accept votes up to 3 days later. But still, that's going to be an extreme minority of the votes. There's
Pennsylvania's up
no
to Friday.
reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason that a serious state, like it's the same with New Hampshire. Like, what's up with freaking New Hampshire only reporting 23%? There's 2 people up there. Find where the other guy's ballot is. You know what I'm saying? And then Pennsylvania, look, they have some counties that have not even reported. I'm looking at them on the map. If you zoom in on Pennsylvania, there's
No,
one,
dude, it's
2, 3,
19%
4,
reported
5,
card.
6.
80% is not reported yet. Most of the state, yeah.
Yeah, there's 8 counties that haven't even reported a single ballot yet. Come on. How are we supposed to trust those results, Pennsylvania, if you can't get your act together on election night?
Whoa. As an aside,
Yes, what?
the Chinese yuan is tanking right now.
Really? It's because they know Trump's going to win.
That's a weird...
And then he's going to open up an investigation into the currency
But
manipulation
this is
of the Chinese.
Mike Bird, who is a Wall Street Journal reporter. He just tweeted this, that the Chinese yuan has taken a massive dive. I mean, obviously, you look at the actual numbers, it's from 0.1505 to 0.1480. But still, like, on a percentage basis, this ain't good. You don't want to see this happen. Pretty interesting.
Dude.
And aside, and is predicted still down? Predicted is still down, by the way, on election night. Ugh. Oh.
Now, is that Predicted's fault or is that the internet's fault? Or did they just realize that
Probably
they...
Predicted's fault. By the way, Green Party still tweeting, take your L, dude. Howie Hawkins is going to get like 0.2% of the vote and be happy with it. Just take your L.
Yeah. Wow. When you look at this electorally, bro, the map
By the
gets
way,
crazy.
it looks like a lot of marijuana legalization is passing tonight as well. Just as a weird aside, but I just keep seeing that on Twitter.
Man. So can you give us more information on Virginia? Because I'm looking at this, 53% of the vote is in right now. And
A majority of the outstanding
53.1% is Trump.
A majority of the outstanding vote is Virginia.
Yeah, I know. So I'm looking at this.
I mean, not Virginia. Sorry, Richmond, Virginia. A majority of the outstanding vote in Virginia is in Richmond, which is one of the most blue parts of the state. That's what's going on.
I wonder why. But why is that? Because you have a bunch of people that are going to be voting early because they're never Trumpers. They're swampers. They're swamp rats. So how is that numbers behind?
Let's see. Trump,
I could see in some rural area where you got to drive it 3 hours in order to go to like the county seat to turn in your ballots. I could see why that might be taking a while. We experienced that during the Yang days.
Whoa, dude. 20% Pennsylvania reporting. It's now within 1% for Trump, which is, again, I literally made a single prediction for this election, and it was that Trump was going to win Pennsylvania. So it's the only state that's only the only. I didn't even say Trump will win the election. I didn't say Biden will win the election. I literally just said that Trump will win Pennsylvania. So obviously, I have a little interest in my prediction being right. I honestly think Trump could win Pennsylvania and lose the election very easily, especially if he loses Ohio, right? But again, less than 50%, less than 50%. Over 50%, we're at 64% in Ohio. Biden's reclaimed the lead, according to New York Times, in Ohio. We're at 70% in Texas. Trump is moving into a more comfortable lead in Texas, a couple percent. That's where we are. Now, it looks like, honestly, though, the Democrats might end up with a Senate majority at the end of the night, which is probably a bigger prize than the White House.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, no, that's not true.
However, GOP is leading, so if GOP retakes the House, it would be a little bit of a blow. However, if the GOP retakes the House, but Democrats retake the Senate.
That sounds great for America. Donald Trump as president with split government in Congress.
But I would say
that sounds great for America.
Overall, it's a win for the Democrats to take the Senate and lose the House. That's an overall win.
Yeah, you're right, because the Senate is technically more powerful.
Not technically, definitely.
Well, and they'd stop all of the judges getting put in place.
Not only that, they could expand the courts if they wanted.
Oh, gosh, you're right. That's how they could pack the Supreme Court. Wait, no, they wouldn't want to, though, because then it would be packed with Trump appointees.
Oh, hold on one second. Apparently, Reuters just flipped Virginia to light red.
Get out of town. Reuters just did, huh?
Especially because Reuters isn't they're not Breitbart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
True. They have.
Oh!
Now, hold on. That's.
My boy!
That doesn't mean anything in particular. All it means is that.
What? Reuters.
It is looking better for Trump in Virginia and worse for Biden.
Reuters?
That would be an unexpected blow to Biden that actually could shift the election in a weird way. However, Reuters also has Biden. I guess that's neck and neck in Ohio. Who cares? That's interesting. That is Reuters.
Well, when they put Pennsylvania, they put your state Pennsylvania in light red too.
However, New York Times currently has Biden in the. Oh, it's North Carolina. I'm an idiot. Yeah, exactly. New York Times still has Trump leading. I wonder, so what is going on with these Richmond votes? Are they still only at 10% reporting in Virginia? Let's take a look. If they're still only at 10% reporting in Richmond for Virginia.
Dude, Trump is still winning that freaking popular vote.
They're still saying only 10%. If Trump wins the popular vote, that's the end of the media forever.
Yeah, seriously.
Again, remember, Trump and Hillary basically tied in the popular vote, and then Hillary won California.
Because California Republicans don't show up to vote. That's why.
So I think ultimately Trump probably loses. Popular
and the popular vote argument is a bad argument because the thing is we don't hold a popular election.
Also, if there's a call for Texas and a call for Florida soon, which I'm imagining, all of a sudden it put Trump into the lead. But again, actually, hold on. I made two predictions. Trump will win Pennsylvania, and neither candidate gets 300 electoral votes. Those are my only predictions.
Neither candidate gets 300 electoral votes. Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody's pulling into the 300s here. This is going to be 271.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a close election, man. People.
So here's the deal. Will Biden concede?
I don't think either candidate concedes tonight, no.
You don't think so?
Hillary
won't let Biden.
Is not called tonight is the main reason.
I think Biden will because he's just too tired. He's just too tired. He'll want his more milk.
The yuan tanking like that's very interesting to me.
Why?
Because why was the Chinese yuan just die? Again, maybe Chinese politics, it's a Chinese domestic issue. I guess, you know what? That's how arrogant of an American I am. I'm well, clearly the Chinese currency is reacting to the American presidential elections.
Yeah, is that your American arrogance? Hey, riddle me this though, dude. It's
my Amerocentrism.
I haven't been following remember we had the Western States Pact?
Yeah, nothing came of it.
Nothing came of that, yeah. But do you also remember the other pact of the Electoral College Pact?
It's your girl, Ilhan Omar, won re-election in Minnesota's 5th.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's all just gerrymandered garbage up there. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't surprise me. That's
Just
like why
saying,
Nancy
your girl's
Pelosi
back.
keeps winning.
Your girl's back.
Look, she's hot. Ilhan Omar is hot. That's it.
Whatever.
That's all she's got going
I don't
for
know
her.
why that's all you talk about.
Ilhan Omar and
hold on one
AOC
second.
are hot, dude.
Donald Trump just called for Kansas, according to the New York Times as well.
Okay.
Richie Torres, Democrat, wins
Coming
the
through
New York
Kansas.
district.
Whoop whoop. That sounds so redneck. NASCAR rally. Whoop whoop. Dude, I gotta get my father back on the phone. See what's going on. He was breaking up there. But Gamer here says the House has already called for the Dems. I don't know about that one. I don't see that happening. And then let me see. I had another question for you. Oh yeah, what's up with the Electoral College PAC where there was all of those states that were vowing to send their electors?
I don't think they got enough.
You don't think they got enough
I
support?
don't think they got enough, no.
Okay. Interesting. Dude, I got to tell you that.
By the way, polls just closed. Iowa, Montana, Nevada, Utah, and part of Idaho. A few hours from now, expect to start seeing some results there.
Yeah, and our polls close here in an hour, correct, Cody? Okay. Should we go down to the polling locations?
I already voted today.
Live stream.
Did you vote today?
I voted 2 days ago.
Okay, but I dropped mine off at the local library.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Is that how you voted? Did you fill out your mail-in and drop
No,
it
my
off?
wife ballot harvested my ballot.
Where'd she take it?
She took it, I think, just to the post office.
You used the post office?
Yeah, to just mail it in. Or else, no, maybe we...
Didn't you know the post office is a massive conspiracy to disenfranchise you?
That's true. So I think maybe we didn't. Maybe we... Maybe
Hold
we
on,
put
let
it...
me
I
see
didn't
if
want
I
to put it
can-
in the booth in the park, though, because I thought it might get vandalized.
1 second. Joshua, tell me where you found that. I'll pull it up. I literally don't know how I can change it so you can you post links. But let me look at this. Colorado Princess Jacob Fambro. I'll pull it up. Anyway, Carton, keep talking.
Interco needs states equalizing and 270 electoral votes to trigger. We are not there yet. Okay, cool. Interesting. George Washington noticed that Cody is behind the scenes taking fat rips. So
Not true. It's not true.
fat rips, dude.
It's not true.
Don't we get on trouble on Google if they catch you?
It's not true.
You know?
None of this is true.
Hey, on a lighter note, Lindsey Graham was reelected.
On a lighter note, good
You know
for
what I'm
Lindsey
saying?
Graham. I'm so proud of Lindsey Graham.
I got to tell you, bro, there's a lot of red showing up on that map right now. There is a lot
Oh,
of
did we
red.
get the super chat? If Trump wins, do you see the DNC collapsing and finally embracing Yang?
Yeah, because here's the problem. The propaganda arm of the DNC is the mainstream media. And this is a death nail in the mainstream media. If they predicted once again with 4 years of propaganda, they predicted with 1 year of propaganda that Trump was going to lose, and then he won. And now they've predicted with 3.5 years of propaganda that Biden's going to win, and now lose it. Like, there will be no more. I will see a day within 18 months that the media has negative credibility.
Yeah.
Meaning if they report something, people disbelieve it. Not even believe it a smaller percentage. They just disbelieve it and then are not coerced, but are convinced it's actually the opposite. I literally think I will see a time where the media has negative credibility. And when Donald Trump wins tonight, boom, mainstream media credibility is all over. Just done. Audi. And we begin rebuilding. Because it's the fourth branch of government, the media, that needs to get defeated first.
We rebuild.
We rebuild. That's when we need a Truth and Reconciliation Committee.
Oh,
We don't need a Truth and Reconciliation Committee for the Trump administration. We need it for the media. What did Sam Hyde say to the reporter that one time you said, Cody?
I can't repeat it on this.
Oh, bummer. That's funny. But anyway.
Anyway, back to some of these close ones. Trump moving ahead into Ohio, which isn't too shocking. Trump holding ahead in Texas, which isn't too shocking. Florida is deadlocked, basically, but Trump moving ahead, I believe. Actually, slight increase for Biden, but it doesn't matter. We're talking 0.3% in Florida. Ohio now nearing 70% with the lead still for Trump. Pretty interesting.
75% according to Politico. And that's 51.3% Trump with only 47.4% Biden. I mean, they're really settling in. There's a 200,000 difference right there with 3/4 votes in. That doesn't look like a good path for Trumpy Trump. I mean, for Biden. So yeah, you look at the 2 votes there, and it's different.
I'm going to use AP. I think for the most, and yeah, AP is Trump leading Utah with 41% reporting. Joe Biden leading Arizona with 66% reporting.
What?
And Arizona win for Biden also could be enough to win the election for him.
That's bad.
That's a big lead for
that's
66% reporting. I mean, that's not inconsequential.
And he's down by 12?
Yes, with almost the whole state reporting.
What? So 11 electoral
That's
votes?
enough right there to pretty much swing it for Biden, which is really interesting, but that might be enough.
Was Trump expecting an Arizona win?
I don't know if he was expecting it, but I mean, like, Biden really only had to snipe a few states and he'd win.
Yeah.
And if he could snipe Arizona, that might be enough.
Yeah, people forget that's 11 electoral votes, dude. That's more than Utah, Wyoming, and South Dakota combined. So it takes Utah, Wyoming, South Dakota, and North Dakota just to meet. Dude, wow, Montana's showing up blue right now. I don't think I'd ever live to see that day. Look at that, 17% in. Let's take a screenshot right now just so all the Dems in Montana will remember the time that their state showed up blue once.
Yeah, but the big state right now to keep an eye on up here is Ohio. Not enough reporting in Pennsylvania, not enough reporting in Michigan, not enough reporting in Wisconsin, not enough reporting in Minnesota, but 70% in Ohio. Now, Texas, we're nearing 80% with Trump leading slightly. But again, I don't know. I expect Republicans to win in Texas and Florida. That's not crazy. It really is. Again, I'll say it. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota that I think shifts the whole thing. What do I think about the protests outside the White House? Honestly, I haven't seen much of that footage yet. Let me see if I can pull up some protest footage. Card, if you want to talk for a few minutes.
Yeah, sure. So I'm actually just going to do a brief overview right now and catch us up as to where we're at. Pennsylvania has actually got a lot of empty precincts and counties not even reported. They only got 23% in, okay? So you can't really depend on anything that is said about Pennsylvania quite yet, okay? However, if you look at the other surrounding states that are very similar culturally as well as demographically, Ohio, the bellwether state right now, has over 70% of the votes counted according to the New York Times, and Donald Trump is up by almost a solid percent, okay? If we go over to Fox News and we look at the exact same map and we go to Ohio, the bellwether state, they're saying, okay, that Ohio has 77% in, and it's 51.4 to Joe Biden's 47.3, which is like a 3.5% margin on behalf of Donald Trump. So, you got the New York Times, obviously on the left. You got Fox News on the right, both saying the bellwether state is 3/4 in and breaking hard for Trump. If we finally go to Politico and try and get some aggregate polling going on here, and we look at Ohio, very similar. It says 77% of the expected vote in, while 51.4% for Donald Trump, while 47.3% is for Joe Biden, okay? So it's pretty much looking like Ohio, the bellwether state, is going to break for Trump, okay? Break hard and stay there. Here's the reason why. When you zoom in on closer and you go county by county, not precinct by precinct, but you go county by county, you're seeing a lot of counties where just 100% reporting in solid red. 100% reporting in, solid blue, but very few blue dots. And in even some of the more populous areas where usually the suburbs even go blue, like happened in 2018, you're just seeing, the red finger in the dike. Just, what was so funny? Just made Cody's fat bong rips
Just
just
something
go
I
to
saw. Something I read made me laugh.
Okay. And so anyway, so that's Pennsylvania, Ohio. Indiana and Illinois both broke predictably. Let's go to the last two of the quote Rust Belt. So actually, there's technically three of the Rust Belt states that got to be won. Man, according to Fox News, you look at Michigan, and it's a bloodbath for Trump. Over 1 million votes in for Trump, only 750,000 in for Biden, with 33% in. That's rough. Now, usually I don't comment about states that have such small amounts in, but when you zoom in, you look at the places that are already reporting, and there's places that used to be, you know what I'm saying, used to be a lot more.
Flint is red.
Democrat. Yeah, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. Flint, Michigan is reporting red
early,
right
though,
now.
Early, 33% early.
Yeah, but
Early.
dude, that was like, come on, that never would have happened.
There was a time where, even Detroit, I mean, literally Metro Detroit's blue. Surrounding Detroit seems to be red.
The suburbs all went blue in every single one of these areas in 2018, and they called it revenge of the suburban woman, remember?
Dude, how about this? We're at 58% reporting in Virginia, and Trump still leads in Virginia by double digits.
Yeah. Dude, can you believe that? That is crazy.
I do think Biden eventually wins. I think it just looks weird for a few
but that would
hours.
only be if they're missing tons and tons and tons of votes.
Apparently, they just haven't counted any votes in Richmond yet. So,
jeez, man.
Texas, we're nearing 70%. Trump leads still. Florida, 91. Trump leads still.
Well, here, actually, I want to go back to Arizona, bro.
Hold on. Pennsylvania is tipped towards Trump in the recent voting now that there is 25% reporting.
Well, and let's look at Arizona though, because if you go to the New York Times,
Arizona, Trump is down, or Biden's leading. Sorry, same thing.
Yeah, Biden's leading
10-point
hard in Maricopa County. Maricopa County, by the way, is like 3/4 of their voters, if I remember correctly. Maricopa County. What's the number of votes we're getting here? Yeah, so we're getting 800,000 plus 7. So we're getting 1.5 million. Meanwhile, like the surrounding counties aren't even sporting 100,000. Yeah, look at this right here. Tucson's the only one that comes close with maybe a 500,000. Yeah, so like literally, I mean, Maricopa County is Arizona.
Yeah, Phoenix,
okay,
the Phoenix area.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of other cities out there. It's
like the Phoenix area, dude. Imagine if Southern California was a state, LA County would be like the only county that mattered.
No way, dude. San Diego's huge. San Francisco's massive, thriving metropolis. If Southern California was, yeah, okay.
10 million people live in LA County.
Yeah, but Orange County's huge, bro.
Is it 10 million? Whatever. I'm not going to argue with you in that.
So anyway, all of Southern California is basically like one state, you know? Anyway, so if you go back and look at Arizona, you're right. This could be really good for Joe Biden, bad for Donald Trump. Because if Maricopa County is with almost 80% reported and Joe Biden up by 10%.
They predict it's still down.
That's a solid place to be.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay, I'm going to finish my overview.
Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Well, you asked me to talk, so I'm just doing my overview here. Besides, you've been pulling most of the weight this stream, so I might as well at least get some of my thoughts out.
And hold on one second. One thing I want to say. Borden, political commentator, said the same thing as Cardin right now. You're on the money, man.
What did he say?
Whatever you were saying, the political commentator said the same thing. So keep going.
Oh, crap. What was the thing I was saying?
Who cares? You're right about something. Keep going.
Okay, cool. I'm right about something. Well, it's just that if Arizona tips, then that might be the sucker punch nobody anticipated. Because everybody was talking about how, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Florida, the wet dream of, Democrats that Florida would actually turn for them. Or Texas. I remember watching Crystal Ball talking about Texas a couple of times earlier this week on the Hill. But anyway, let's go over the overview. So anyway, Michigan's still too early to predict, but man, it's looking like Donald Trump is ahead by some pretty thick margins in areas where the ballots have already been turned in that should have been Biden strongholds. So I don't talk before 60% on much of anything too much, but Michigan breaking early in some of these counties, I mean, that's huge, dude. That's Moneyball. Now we're talking Moneyball. And anyway, if you click on Wisconsin, what's pretty interesting is go to Wisconsin. And when you look at their map, they don't have the same early reporting going on that they don't have the same good early reporting in the urban areas going on that Michigan did. Milwaukee, all right, only about 30% of their votes in. Madison just barely hit 50. You know, they're in the same time zone if I remember correctly. I think they're in the same time zone as Michigan. Maybe I'm wrong. So maybe that's why they're behind a little bit. But anyway, in the the more populous areas, I mean, gosh, dude, all of Brown County, Green Bay is 3% estimated votes, and that's nothing. You know. So anyway, Madison County is the only one that's given us some decent. I'm sorry, Dane County, which is where Madison, Wisconsin is the only one that's given us any kind of decent data, and it's 77% with half the votes in for.
Look at the Reuters
Trump.
map.
Well, Kenosha. Here's what's important.
No, Carden, look at the
Kenosha's
Reuters map.
going Trump, dude. 2/3.
Yeah. No, but dude, the Reuters map has moved North Carolina and Virginia to light red now.
Wow, that would be
Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
dude.
This Reuters map is, I don't know. That's just Reuters. Is not what you're seeing from Associated Press, which Associated Press is what we go off of here. But North Carolina Associated Press has moved.
Dude, I might have to get Brittany the Shadow in here. She's
early.
been texting me, and she's like,
The Dynamic Panda,
how's he
$5
doing?
super chat. I'm tired of hearing Trump's name in the media. Trump gets way too much press. New administration, please. The Biden admin would legit probably get no press, but in a bad way. You know, people would just let the Biden admin do whatever the hell they want. It's kind of a weird spot to be. And one hand, I agree with you, man. I wish you didn't always have to hear nonstop about the media. But on the other hand, oh wow, Joe Biden's got a massive early lead in Iowa, but they haven't reported over 15% yet. So it's still very early in Iowa. I mean, Minnesota's bigger thing is Minnesota now approaching 40% is breaking pretty big for Biden. So that could be a pretty rough blow for Trump to lose Minnesota. Another Trump campaign was kind of banking on winning Minnesota.
yeah, and kind of fighting against the squad.
But the change in North Carolina to potentially going towards Trump. I mean, with 90% reporting, Donald Trump has a 0.6 lead in North Carolina, which is very interesting. Trump is also still leading with 54% reporting in Virginia, which is interesting. The Texas and Florida being close but tipping towards the Republicans isn't too shocking. Ohio approaching 80% reporting. Trump has extended his lead in Ohio to 6% now, so it looks like Trump is probably going to win Ohio. Pennsylvania, we're approaching 30% reporting. Trump now has the lead.
Yeah.
Again, my only prediction was Trump wins Pennsylvania. And nobody gets 300 votes. That's it.
Jeez, this is nuts, bro.
Yeah, but early in a lot of states, still a lot of election to go, man. Still a lot of... Predicted's back up. Oh, my God.
What does predicted say? Pull it up, dude. Pull
It's
it up.
Dude, the predicted markets are 80... Donald Trump is up 36 cents today. Which is,
Whoa.
Biden is down 44. Dude, Biden was the betting favorite heading into tonight.
Man.
Donald Trump is now the prohibitive betting favorite according to Predicted. And again, Predicted isn't like God, but that is crazy. Biden was leading heading into tonight. He is currently trailing by a lot. I mean, he's currently getting blown out after leading heading into the night. That's very interesting. I remember I almost made a Twitter post. I took screenshots. He was like, Donald Trump, all the Republicans are selling off their hold on.
Yeah?
Carden.
What?
Your girl,
McGrath?
AOC,
AOC.
wins re-election, 14th congressional.
Yeah, well, we knew that.
But yeah, I don't expect to get an answer in Pennsylvania. I don't expect to get an answer in where was it? I think it's like Ohio, one of these states. They're not reporting for a while. But it's just interesting to see the betting odds jumping to Trump. I mean, like, hey, If anyone believes Biden's going to win right now for sure, and you just know in your heart of hearts Biden's going to win, go to Predict It and buy your Biden shares. You can make a lot of money because right now all the money is in on Trump, which is interesting.
So right now, so how do the betting odds work again, Cody? If I were to spend 80 cents on Trump, or I were to bet $1 on Trump, I'd only get 80 cents back if he wins?
The way I believe it works, let's say the shares are 80 cents a share. When you buy your share for 80 cents, when Trump wins, you get $1 back on it.
Oh, okay.
But if you spend your share for 30 cents on Biden and he wins, you get $1 back on it.
Wow, okay.
I believe. Could be wrong a little bit.
Dude, we got to go to Vegas next time, Cody.
But again, these don't like tell you what's going on. All I'm saying is that the money, all of the late money, when people see the polls, everything's coming in Trump. All the late money's coming in Trump.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean Trump's going to win. Doesn't mean Biden's going to lose. That's not
By the way, even look at North Carolina, bro.
The late money, the late betting money, dude. North Carolina, by the way,
neck and neck.
It's neck and neck. If you want to buy a share for North Carolina, it's 99 cents. You get one share back for Republicans. It's neck and neck, but the betting odds are heavily favoring it, which is weird to see. It's weird to see. Because, North Carolina is a 0.6% lead for Trump. It's within a point. It's
and everybody thought North Carolina was going to break for Joe Biden, right? Wasn't that the overwhelming prediction?
He was leading early, yeah.
Yeah. That's incredible. I mean, dude, Trump is the comeback kid. I was expecting one of those to freaking drop against him. But actually, no, that's a lie. I thought Trump was going to win in a landslide. I've been saying that this whole week. But earlier in this night, my faith was shaking a little bit.
Well, landslide. It doesn't look like anyone's in track for a landslide yet.
Well, yeah, no, and we're so gerrymandered in California and New York and some of these places. It's never going to be a landslide. But a strong surprise victory, because I got to tell you, you can always squeeze more water out of that rag, and it'll surprise you how much water that rag holds. I don't think Democrats understand.
With 73% reporting, Biden's got a 53-44 lead in Arizona. It looks like he's going to win Arizona.
So is that over for Trump if he takes Arizona?
It's not over, but it means Trump has to win everything else. So Biden's looking good there. It's a good win for Biden.
I was going to say he's grateful he's taking Arizona. Man, Arizona, you disappoint me, man. You disappoint me. I don't mind seeing New Mexico. I don't mind seeing New Mexico go. But, dude, there's a big movement amongst American Indians in New Mexico. Just like the foundation is cracking in the black community. No longer voting 98% Democrat. There's a crack in the foundation going on with young American Indian tribes, and they are legit. They're tired of the nonsense and the big government.
I think if Minnesota and Arizona go Biden and he takes the West Coast and these states and these, I think he wins.
Yeah, let's. Here, I'm gonna tune in.
Pull up the 270 to win. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll do the 270 to win right now. Let's do some 270 to wins because now that we have a better idea. Hold on.
Dude, we are ingesting so much information right now, bro.
It's election night, baby. So let's see. So let's look at this map and let's put Arizona blue. Let's put Arizona blue. Let's make Michigan red. I think Michigan might go red. Let's make Georgia red, Florida red, North Carolina red, Ohio red, Iowa red. Yeah, look, card and look, yeah. Even if everything else holds, as long as Biden wins Arizona, Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, but I don't think Wisconsin's going to pull for him.
I'm just saying this is the electoral map he wins with. Now that things are coming more and more out, it looks like Trump might win North Carolina. It looks like Trump might win Florida. It looks like Trump's going to win Texas.
Well, see, I think he'll win Minnesota.
It looks like Trump's winning these states. He has won here, right? But I'm saying even with all of this, this is a Biden win map.
Yeah, but now flip Wisconsin, though.
Well, then it goes the other way. I mean, it's 274, 263. It's the 10 points.
And I got to tell you right now, I don't see a world in which he takes Ohio but doesn't take Pennsylvania and Wisconsin with him.
Hey, I
don't see that.
I'm just saying, you look at where the map is right now, right? And that would be the likely Biden win map, right?
Yeah.
The dynamic panda. You said Andrew Yang is going to win. Well, I mean, if he was on the ballot, I think he could have. But now, obviously, no, he can't win. Still voted for him, but he can't win. But hey, is what it is, man. What is that? What's that old song they used to play in the commercials? You can't always get
What you want,
you
but
get,
you get what you need.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what happens. That's what elections are.
By the way, we have to start doing these election results as though it were a soccer show. So we gotta be like, hola, damas y caballeros que votaron en Phoenix, Arizona. Van a su lugar de voto y ¿sabe qué pasa? 70 y 50% ya están.
Ooh,
You
another
know?
state was called for Biden, I believe. No? How is he at 131 if another state wasn't called for him?
Put it on you for a second, bro.
What's up, everyone?
All right, this is crazy. Okay, we just got some.
Some freedom fries.
freedom fries, yeah, dude.
From Make Americas. No, but we're waiting. Let's look at Virginia. How is Virginia looking at? Virginia's at 54%.
Well, describe this whole
according to-
Virginia swing thing.
It's not even a swing. It's just Trump still leads.
Dude,
and
they're
at
re-flipping
55%.
it.
But Biden is continuing to continuing to chip away. He's continuing to chip away. So. It looked like I said, I think Biden does win Virginia. It was just for a while Trump was still winning, so it looked weird. Arizona, Biden's still winning. It looks like Trump's catching up a bit though, so Arizona might come down to the wire. That's the big takeaway there, really, is that Arizona might come down to the wire. Minnesota, 39 isn't a whole lot, but 60% for Biden. But still, that can move quickly. Don't read too much into that. Trump leading Wisconsin by a few points with 42% reporting, so that could still go either way very quickly. Michigan, 36% reporting, could go either way. Now, Ohio's at 82% reporting with Trump leading by 6 points. That might actually hold. Pennsylvania still is only at 32% reporting. They're probably not going to know Pennsylvania results until Friday, which sucks. And Cardin's still leading. So, do you think both sides will riot? We'll see riots if either left or right loses.
No. What's a right gonna riot over? Who riots?
No, I mean,
Hardworking dudes with full-time jobs? No.
I'm not particularly worried about riots in general. No, I really am not. I don't think we're going to see a riot. Like, D.C., people might act a fool in front of... Now, apparently people are acting a fool. This is a video from Beverly Hills. Now, this is from a... I guess I'll give a disclaimer. This is from a right-wing protest.
I just got a
footage
picture from my
aggregator.
father, by the way,
But
of
this
local
is-
news reporting Florida for Trump.
This is Beverly Hills, which so we assumed Trump was going to win there. Here's the dude himself, but apparently Beverly Hills footage. You can see some stuff going on. Portland, but I don't know. Washington D.C. There is a lot of stuff going on. Apparently this was posted by this individual here, so we'll give him credit. Stuff is going on a bit in Washington D.C. A lot of people, which again I believe something will go off in Washington D.C. tonight. That's really not too crazy of a prediction, I don't think. Now, this Reuters map is interesting because this Reuters map is still giving Virginia to Trump. It's got North Carolina going to Trump. It's got Trump taking a lot of these states. Reuters is still giving Arizona comfortably Biden, which I think, yeah, it looks like Biden might actually win Arizona. Still 75% is kind of early. Interesting, man. Let's see, is predicted back up? It's funny how predicted's been down. Like, just so many people are betting right now, man. So many people are betting right now. Hey, a lot of money to be made if you get it right. Senate map, this is what I think is crazy. The Senate map is now actually tipping a lot. Is this still the Senate map? Let me look. No, this is the presidential map, sorry. Senate map, I believe, is still big lead for Dems, right? Actually, Senate map's in that gray area now. So...
Yeah, I mean, that is down neck and neck, dude.
yeah, the Senate area, it's literally in the gray area. Let's see, what's the popular vote at? Trump still leads the popular vote. It's just California. California.
Yeah, I was about to say, California's going to dump truck on that.
It's going to push the popular vote to Biden.
What's up with Clearfield County, man? They don't have a single vote in yet in all of Pennsylvania.
But honestly,
Neither does York.
Dude, I think Arizona might just be the insurmountable thing for Trump. I think if Biden wins Arizona, Trump's going to have to, like, steal multiple states to catch up. Because, again, like, just pulling up this, like, this map, right? Like, you look at this map, like,
but that's because you got Wisconsin and Pennsylvania both blue.
But how offensive is this map? All these people, fuck you. None of your opinions matter. But
dude, there's no way he takes
it's most of the country.
But this is why your map is wrong, though, brother. Because look,
this isn't my
in
map.
what world does
my
Michigan
map.
and Ohio split from Pennsylvania and Wisconsin?
You know what? Here we go. Exactly. If Pennsylvania goes Trump and Wisconsin goes Trump instead, it's a big win for Trump.
Now, that would be considered a landslide. 300 to 240 something.
But if just Biden wins Pennsylvania, geez, look at that. If Biden wins Pennsylvania, but Trump wins these states, look at that.
Yeah, like Trump, I mean, Biden really only needs to go out of his way on one of the big swing states.
Yeah, it's close, though. And again, that's not my map. I'm just, like, looking at how the map looks right now if you start adding some.
Yeah, but what about Guam and Puerto Rico, bro?
I don't think they're not on this. What about Alaska and Hawaii, dude?
Poor Hawaii. The country chooses the president for them before, like, they've even had a lunch break to go to the polls.
Like, dude, if you're Hawaii, like, honestly, why would you expect to have, like, a say in the election? You're Hawaii.
Well, you're a state.
Whatever. Sure, you're a state. 56% reporting the Trump lead's basically evaporated in Virginia. So, yeah, Virginia probably is going to go to Biden. The bigger one is when we start getting more Michigan, more Wisconsin, more Minnesota. Now, Minnesota's getting up pretty high for the big lead there. Now, Wisconsin, so let me, let's go back to that. Let's go back to this vote and do it like this. Yeah. That's a Biden loss if things end up this way.
Yep.
And let me look. Let me compare. What are we missing? Colorado, New Mexico are right. Colorado, New Mexico. Colorado, New Mexico. Everything else is red. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I thought Illinois was called for Trump. Indiana was. My bad. Duh. Sorry.
Yeah, Illinois ain't going. Ain't going red anytime soon.
So if this is how things actually do project out, which I believe we are looking at right now, it's a Biden loss and a Trump win. Wow. And this is what we're kind of looking at right now. That's crazy, man. That is crazy because that is... Now, some of these are kind of early, but this is basically the map we're looking at. Over a couple different of these
yeah, because there's
services.
no way that the bellwether state that is correctly predicted in
a 293, 244. Again, I'm not saying this is going to happen. This is definitely what's happening. I'm just saying if you take some of these early like returns and you just project a teeny bit out, again, like it changes.
Well, because look, we already basically know Ohio. We know Ohio's going for Trump.
It looks like it, yeah.
And it's culturally very similar to Pennsylvania and Michigan. You know, it's an ex-manufacturing state that was hit hard. You know, you got oil in the eastern part of Ohio, just like you got in the western part of Pennsylvania. You know, and you see the same arguments and the same complaints of people in Ohio that you see in Pennsylvania, that you see in Michigan, that you see in a large part the manufacturing parts of Wisconsin. Okay? I mean, there's a reason why they call this whole area the Rust Belt. And I don't see a world in which the bellwether state of the Union, that is also to a certain extent the bellwether of all of those states altogether, goes Trump, and then all four of them don't go Trump. That was the battleground of 2020, was those four states in Florida. Okay? And so, in fact, actually, I'm going to do some digging right now. Really fast, I want to see a year-by-year electoral map.
Yeah, send it to me in Discord. I'll pull it up. Oh,
So year-by-year.
Yeah, send it to me in Discord. I'll pull it up.
Electoral map.
When you find it.
Oh, that was yeah, that's what's getting called by
In
the
Florida,
local
yeah.
news in Florida.
Hey, Trump is leading in Florida.
From my family in Florida, yeah. So in 270 win, they've got the electoral timeline, historical timeline, I'm sorry. So check this out. In 2016, Minnesota went blue, but Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Indiana all went red, with Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, all of them below. So anyway, those four that we were talking about, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, all went red in 2016. They went together. Guess what? In 2012, they all went blue together. 2008 all went blue together. 2004 was the last time they split, and Ohio went different from Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, but Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania all went together. Okay, so those four birds of a feather out of the past 4 election cycles have all been together except for once, in which the bellwether state predicted who would win the election. Then you go into 2000, same exact thing. What do you know? Back in 1996, they all went together. 1992, they all went together. And it's not until 1988 that they didn't all go together. But guess what? The bellwether state predicted who the president was going to be. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm going back into literally, what do you know? In 1984, in my entire lifetime, Ohio has predicted who the president will be. And except for twice, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania have all gone together and red, even when Minnesota went blue. I mean, that is hardcore. And the only reason why Minnesota went blue in 1984 was because I think that was the Dukakis, right? Who was the guy that, not Dukakis, I'm an idiot. Walter Mondale. You know what I'm saying? Walter Mondale ran against Reagan. You know, so yeah, that's your answer right there. I'm literally looking at this.
I haven't looked at Twitter. I hadn't checked Twitter in a bit. Apparently, the energy is positive for Republicans and negative for Democrats on Twitter. That's all I'm going to say right now.
Really? Can you pull up some examples?
I mean, it'd have to be a lot, but I'm just saying my gut is the energy is favoring Republicans at the moment. It doesn't say anything about anything. I'm just saying, like, right now the end is nigh for Democrats on Twitter, and oh my God, Trump's going to win is the energy for Republicans. Lot of time to go. Trump was called from Missouri 6 minutes ago by New York Times, by the way, but I'm just telling you that's my vibe I'm getting.
I'm checking Twitter right now,
for
too.
what the vibe's worth. But like Ohio moving into the lead. I mean, Ohio looking like a solid win for Trump. Texas moving into a more solid victory for Trump. Florida being a victory for Trump. I mean, if North Carolina tips to a victory for Trump, if Virginia isn't a clean win for Biden even, I mean, again, I showed you guys this electoral map. This electoral map is starting to look more and more real, and this is a pretty solid win for Trump. And this is starting to kind of look like what we're looking at, more or less. This isn't perfect. But that would be, I mean, I have to say, I wouldn't be dumbfounded if the incumbent won. However, it's also not over for Biden by any stretch. I'm not trying to say that at all. Biden has, a lot of these states are up in the air with like 40 to 50% reporting he can flip. It's just the way things are tracking now, it definitely is not looking super awesome for Biden. It definitely is not. It's probably I'm not surprised that the late money on the betting sites is all coming in on Trump. That doesn't surprise me. Now, a lot of people have bought on Biden late just because the odds are so good, but I'm not surprised that, North Carolina's 90 cents for Trump right now, 97 in Ohio, 72 in Pennsylvania. People are confident these states are going for Trump in the betting market. And you see him leading in the polls as well.
Man. I'm doing this right now. Okay, so reset map.
Yeah, but I mean that's based on
If
what
Pennsylvania
we see now.
goes red.
Again, all that stuff hinges quickly. I'm just saying, exactly. I am a little bit interested in not calling Florida. I mean, Florida is a multiple point lead for Trump with 94% reporting. every vote would have to be for Biden for that to be a win for Biden. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe every vote for Biden. Who knows? Texas also 81%, moving into a more solid lead for Trump at a couple percentage points here. I'm going to move down so you guys can see it better. That's 51 to 47. So according to New York Times, again, states like Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. We can't tell too much from them. Same with Pennsylvania. This is the election right now, guys. Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. That is currently the election. How these states, all of which that are at roughly 40% reporting, how they break may decide it. Now, all these states are currently being favored by AP towards Republicans, but again, less than 40 to 50% reporting. We're seeing New York Times, who chose to not favor states at all by colors, is showing them all as neutral, but it's close. Also, taking a look at the Senate map over here in Politico, the Senate map is still in the gray. So
Yeah.
Dems have flipped one seat in the Senate. They need to gain 3 or 4 tonight to win the majority.
Yeah.
That's where we're at according to Politico with the Senate for anyone who's interested in that as well. And it looks like Lindsey Graham is been called as the victor, as well as Mitch McConnell. So that is $300 million down the drain. Just $300 million wasted on pipe dreams of unseating Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell. But hey, don't worry. I'm sure Republicans wasted $100 million trying to unseat Nancy Pelosi and people like that too. So it all balances out. Let's see. It looks like Kelly's got a very large lead in Arizona with 72% reporting. Arizona might be the blue surprise. They need to win this election and not steal it, but kind of snake away with it at the very end.
But see, that's still dependent on the idea that Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin don't go together. For that to win, 2 states would have to break away from the 4 states that in 60 years haven't broken up.
But Minnesota looks like it might go to Biden for real.
No. Minnesota traditionally, it hasn't been the 4. When I say the 4, I'm talking about Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
I understand, yes. And yes, with 87 reporting, to your point, Biden is fallen to a now 6+ point disadvantage, according to Associated Press. By the way, Howie Hawkins, 0.2% nationally. This fucking guy, man. Green Party can't get a break.
Yeah, man. Wow. I mean, this is really impressive. Ohio now 87% in with like a 7-point difference. That's brutal. And a million votes counted, 40% in Pennsylvania. So we're not going to comment on that one yet, but it's
Pennsylvania's probably Friday. We find out.
Yeah, it looks like it's breaking hard early for Trump.
Let's look at something though. 1 second, I want to look at something.
And then once again, Michigan with 40% in these districts that are already urban.
But wait, Cardin, let's look at this.
There's no revenge of the suburban moms going on right now, dude. That's not happening.
Hold on, Cardin. With this electoral map, even with Pennsylvania outstanding, Trump wins. I mean, like, these states are so powerful for this vote now. Now that it looks like Trump has won these states. North Carolina is also in the air, don't get me wrong. Because, look, North Carolina goes to Biden. This is now Pennsylvania decides the election. You see what I mean? Like, things are
No. Pennsylvania doesn't. Even if they win, the 20 in Pennsylvania doesn't make up for the 21.
Yeah, it does. Watch. Ready? Boop.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. You're correct.
And again, I'm trying not to get into map fever. I'm doing my best not to go map fever. I'm just showing you guys because a lot of these states have been called and we have a good idea with a lot of them. So now we're just kind of plugging in the last 4 or 5 states, right? I mean, just plugging in these last few. That's what you get.
By the way,
I think it's interesting.
That would be the most epic and hilarious upset if mother freaking Virginia ended up going for Trump. That would be the craziest, coolest upset.
North Carolina,
just to make up for the Arizona upset.
Roy Cooper, Democrat, wins re-election, North Carolina governor.
Okay, well, that's a big bellwether right there, bro. That's a good canary in the coal mine. Governor just won a Republican election. That's pretty good. It's usually there's the coattail effect there, they call it.
Well, that's a Democrat, Roy Cooper, in North Carolina.
Really? Even with that one kid? Interesting.
Cawthorn. Yeah, the 25-year-old, one of the youngest Congress people of all time.
Wow.
I will tell you one thing: the MAGA crowd hates him. So
Really? The MAGA crowd hates him? Why?
he's like a George Bush Republican.
Oh, interesting. Anyway, I'm just making sure we didn't miss a super chat here before I start diving into this.
No, but you're good.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking to order a snack. I'm getting hungry again.
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I don't blame you.
Dude, sorry, this is our second stream. I've been live since like 1 p.m.
Yeah. Cody. Wow, dude. So George is at 58%, predictably Trump. Let's fill that one in. Savannah going blue. That's funny. Might as well just call it the urban party. But I'm looking right now at the electoral map too, and he took New York, but the second Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania bump in here. We already got Ohio, so it's interesting. The New York Times hasn't called Ohio yet, but you can pretty much bank on that. 80% of the votes are reported, and Donald Trump is up by 6%.
He's like down 40% early. He's up 6. Like,
yeah,
it looks like they counted the Biden votes early. Is all I'm trying to say in that.
Yeah, they counted the Biden votes early, and there's no way. I'll tell you right now, I feel like I can comfortably say right now that Donald Trump's winning this thing. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Historically, and I know that this is a new election. There's nothing normal about 2020, all right? But when the crap hits the fan and people are under duress, we fall into tribes, okay? In California, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, they jokingly call us, the West. And Oregon and Washington is the Pacific Northwest. And when Cody jokes about the Bolshevication or the Bolshevization, I can't remember what his word is, but the breaking up of America into Balkanization, that's it, the Balkanization of America, we go with our tribal groups first. Northeastern white liberals are totally different than Western Californians, are totally different than Savannah, Georgian, Southern hospitality folk, are completely different than Portland Antifa rioters. Okay. So we have all these different cultural groups, and yeah, they're governed by different states and by different counties and, Republican, Democrat, so on and so forth. But by and large, these cultural areas, kind of like are birds of a feather that do flock together. And historically, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin have all voted together as a cohesive block, with Ohio being the most dependable predictor of how electoral success is going to go. The few times that a state of those 4 has broken from the other 3, Ohio has always been the one that correctly predicted the victory. And 3 of the 4 states did stay with Ohio as well. So when under duress, as tribes, we stick together. And Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, they're a tribe, dude. They're a tribe. Same, actually, you could probably throw Indiana in there to a certain extent when I was looking at the historical map. And if this tribe never breaks away more than one state in the past 40 years, and only once 2 states in the past 60 years, then we know that with Ohio clocking in already, that Michigan or Pennsylvania are going to go. And it's looking like Wisconsin's going to go. Once you got those 4, it's in the bag for Donald Trump. With everything we already see on the map. With him performing predictably well in the states that were predictably for him, with Florida and Texas holding strong and not giving us any kind of surprises, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania hearing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris say how they're going to repetitively wipe out what's left of their economy in oil might have just done in the Biden administration. So I comfortably predict, as of 7:50 p.m., that Donald Trump will win re-election.
Well, the gamblers are with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still up to me. I mean, it's still up for me. I think without slam dunk wins, I think if this does come down to the wire, I don't know. I just have a feeling eventually. Wow, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You might remember that name. She's the QAnon candidate. She did indeed win.
Really?
Yes.
Rock on.
She's headed to Congress. Oh, do you want to know why her Georgia candidate withdrew from the race?
Why?
Don't know, but Marjorie Taylor Greene's win in Georgia brings QAnon into Congress and into the GOP.
Rock on.
Rock on. Hell yeah, brother. QAnon.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Whoa, it's so funny, man.
I don't know. Whatever, man. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. We got that QAnon up here. Anyway.
We need more QAnon.
This is interesting. I thought this is pretty, not hilarious, but it's what I kind of thought was going to happen. According to the exit poll, Trump did better in 2020 with every race and gender except white men.
Interesting.
-5 white men, +2 white women, +4 black men, +4 black women, +3 Latino men, +3 Latino women, plus other.
See, that's why I said I think he'll do better.
Sorry for Asians, you get other, but
yeah,
because like, by the way, Asians is pretty vague. There's a lot of different, you could say, ethnicities within Asian, but whatever. That's what you get. But that's.
I mean, look at that. But see, that's what
Matt
I said.
Bruenig, who's Matt Bruenig again? I forgot. He's some partisan hack guy. Anyway,
that's what I was saying. That there's a reason why I'm doing the You Ain't Black show with MAGA Hulk and the guys.
I hear.
There's a reason why Hispanics, as the idiot Democrats call them, are breaking hard for Trump in Florida and some of these places. Okay, because the never Trumpers have all been converted. The doubters have been shown. No, I actually will give you conservative judges. No, I actually will get rid of the Johnson Amendment and allow you to speak about religious issues in public. No, I actually will make your 401k recover so you can have some kind of decency in retirement, old people. So, I mean, he's delivering and on the things that matter.
Oh, couple super chats quick I want to get to.
Hit it.
Matthew Chiaverdone, I believe, $10 super chat. He said, unfortunately working tonight and can't listen in too much, but wanted to drop by real quick and show some appreciation. Appreciate it very much, man. Thank you very much. Hey, tell your boss, it's election day. Gotta vote. But anyway, appreciate it. All seriousness, thank you very much, man. My Melonade Scope, $2. Can we mock tally the electoral votes as they are? Here, Cardin, if you want to do a little mock map, send it to me. I'll pull it up. And then Natalie Jensen, $5.
Oh, dude, I don't know how to do that. You were crushing it on that one.
Just wanted to throw some support your guys' way. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, I'll pull one up real quick. Watch.
So what do you just go to 270 to Win's interactive map?
270towin.com. And then you go to 270win.com, and then you could just click on the states to switch some colors. So let's look at what we have right now. New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. So I'm just going to project out what we have.
So I'm projecting Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. I'm projecting Iowa for Trump. That's nothing crazy. Utah for Trump. That's nothing crazy. We can even keep Nevada blue.
Okay.
California blue, Oregon blue, Washington blue, and Arizona blue.
This is basically the AP map. The AP map, if you just kind of project it out as this right now. Yeah. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's basically the AP map filled in. If everything is counted. This is even with Iowa going blue. It would be a 287-250 win for Trump. So Biden's going to have to pull up a couple upsets. Not upsets, but he's going to have to actually nail a couple of these states in here. Now, you'll notice with this particular one, even with the Pennsylvania change, that shifts the whole election. Biden now is a 270-267 win.
I was about going to say, yeah, he needs to get Pennsylvania because if he only gets Wisconsin or Michigan, Trump still wins.
A lot of time left, though.
Trump still wins if he takes Michigan. He barely ekes by with 3 electoral votes if he takes Michigan and Wisconsin. And I don't see that happening.
Oh, a couple more super chats. One more. Dana, $25. Thank you very much. Appreciate it big time. I fear what's coming under another Trump presidency. I mean, ultimately, I feel like no matter what, we'll be fine in this country. Americans are tough people. We'll figure it out. So I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
Dana,
worried.
don't
We'll
fear,
figure it
brother.
out.
Don't fear. Just change your media consumption. Come hang out with me. I'll buy you a drink. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk your fears out. This is one of the biggest things that I hate about the media is it literally convinces people that they have to fear other citizens in the United States of America as villainous. I think the madness of crowds of misled people can be dangerous, but I don't think that they're inherently evil. And there's nothing to fear about another Trump presidency other than like rebuilding out of the ashes.
Ever heard of the Dutch tulip craze?
The Dutch tulip craze? Well, they farm tulips like crazy out in the Netherlands.
No, you look it up.
What's the Dutch tulip craze? I want to see this. What is that?
Maybe it's referred to as something slightly different. You should be able to look it up and find it based off that. Let's see if
Tulip mania was a period of the Dutch Golden Age during which contract prices for some bulbs of the recently introduced and fashionable tulip reached extraordinarily high levels and then dramatically collapsed in February 1637. It is generally considered the first recorded speculative bubble in history. Wow. In many ways, the tulip mania was more of a hitherto unknown socioeconomic phenomenon than a significant economic crisis. Interesting. And the tulip was also known as the Viceroy. Cody, how do you know this stuff? You're so cool. I want to be
thought
like
that was
you.
a thing people had heard of.
Okay, in the chat, guys, has anybody ever heard of frickin' the Dutch tulip craze? Adam Duffy says, Drunk Cody is so much more optimistic. I love it. You know, I hate to say it, but I like Drunk Cody a little bit better too. I shouldn't say this, and I should not contribute to the delinquency
Hold on. I'm not drunk, so
of an adult.
It doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, people heard of it. It's famous. It was a big speculative market that like bursted about like flowers. It was really weird.
yeah. So I want to go check out this, Cody. Enough of the presidential election just for a brief second here. In the Senate, how are we looking?
Again, it looks like Dems have flipped one seat in the Senate. They need to gain 3 or 4 tonight. They're in the gray, so to speak, but it looks honestly like probably GOP holds Senate.
I was about to say, it looks at this point we can probably comfortably say GOP is going to hold the Senate.
House, however, apparently, Politico's calling Dems of wanting the House.
Yeah, but Politico's a leftist hack organization.
Okay, well,
Actually, not hack. They're just leftist.
well, they've called the House for the Democrats.
Okay. What are the stats on that?
I honestly, most of these seats have not been decided, but they all come
Yeah.
from California, basically. And they're saying, well, all the California ones are going to go blue. So if we're able to get this many in Florida, this many in PA, we're going to win. I think that's where it comes from.
Okay. Because I'm looking.
Yeah, because right now there's mostly GOP, but just all the remainder in Nevada, Oregon, Washington, California are probably going to be like 80% blue, and they'll win that way.
Yeah. Interesting.
Interesting. Brad Locke, $2 super chats. $2 super chat said, "Change my vote when Biden chose Harris." Well, yeah, dude, Harris was like the weirdest VP pick I could think of.
She was the
That
Sarah
the
Palin of
one.
freaking the Democrats, dude.
Yeah, that's a good
What was
point.
McCain thinking?
That's a good point. She was kind of like almost like the Democrat Sarah Palin.
You know? She was the Democrat Sarah Palin, man. I don't know what he was thinking. It was just a bad strategic choice, man. Just a bad one. But, all right, I'm going to do my own map really fast.
It's hilarious. That's a good point. I knew the Democrats Sarah Palin.
Yeah, I can't really see it any other way, man. Man, okay, so Texas is holding strong, bro. 83% of these votes are estimated for Texas. There was some serious talk in progressive circles about, oh, dude, yeah, we were even going to flip Texas. And I remember thinking, what, dude?
Dude, I saw some Democrat maps that, like, dude, they were on they're on the Kool-Aid, man. It's like,
Yeah.
Biden's gonna win Texas, Florida, Georgia, South. Like, I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen, dude. Like
you are
that's crazy. I mean, there's gonna be a few votes that are up for grabs. Like, Biden's not gonna win 40 states.
Yeah. So I'm looking at Texas now, and we can start talking a little bit more comfortably here. 83% of estimated votes are reported in Texas with its 38 electoral votes. Okay, that's kind of almost up there with California. It's definitely more than New York. New York is in the 20s, right?
Oh, whoa, hold on. They just closed California, Oregon, Washington polls, and they immediately all got called for Biden. So Biden is now in the lead. He's actually close to 270.
Okay, cool. He's at 209.
How funny is that? It's like, okay, polls closed. Yep. California. Even look, New York Times is so petrified of being perceived as calling the election early. They're like, you can't tell yet. Maybe California.
Yeah, dude.
These news organizations are so petrified of being perceived of calling things early because they've said that's what the enemies of democracy are going to call the election early. It's like, I don't know, man. But anyway, California.
But either way, you're looking at this electoral map, and I'm looking at Texas.
1 second. That's what I'm saying.
And it's with 83% reporting, 51.6%. So 52% for Donald Trump, 47.0% for Joseph R. Biden. So there's already a 5-point split with almost 84% in. That's going to be a difficult gap to overcome in a place like Texas. So, I mean, if Texas is holding strong and they were saying Texas is in play, how are any of these other states that they said were in play going to be in play? I mean, honestly, Arizona is the only one that surprised me on that one.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not.
It broke hard for Biden, dude. Arizona broke harder for Biden than I anticipated.
I'm not too surprised.
You're not? Why aren't you surprised?
Because Arizona's been leaning blue for a while now. Also, it's not done yet, but yeah, it's probably going to go Biden. I'm not too surprised.
Okay. So what's so interesting too is 94% of the estimated votes are reported, and the New York Times isn't calling.
Wait, where's the popular?
Florida yet?
The popular.
And you're right. That's just stupid because
Trump still leads the popular, but because they haven't counted the 5 million.
Yeah.
They haven't counted Joe Biden's 15 million vote lead in California.
So, and this is why Biden looks like he's up so hard right now with 205 to 1112 is because all of these freaking news organizations are too chicken to call a spade a spade. Look, Trump won Texas.
And Florida.
Trump won Florida. Just call it and put the scoreboard up.
It is funny, Texas and Florida, like, over 70%. Florida's 97% called, and Trump was a 4% lead. Like, dude, wouldn't I'm no mathematician. Wouldn't every single vote have to be for Biden basically at this point? Like the last there's three. Oh my God, I have to do the math here. It's almost a 3% lead with 97% reporting. Like, wouldn't basically every vote have to be a Biden vote? So
yeah, no. Even if every single Biden vote came in,
I'm not gonna BS and pretend that Trump's gonna lose Florida and Texas. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty solid Trump states. It's like I'm not like you. I'm not gonna pretend Trump could flip California red. Like, no, it's a Biden state.
Dude, I never said California was going red, dog.
You literally did today.
Hyperbolically. Come on, let's get real here.
You literally said it. Maybe you didn't literally mean it, but you literally said it.
I said, yo, California's going red, baby. Yeah, man. Yeah, 270 to win. Come on, that's a joke. Obviously, we're in such a gerrymandered state that Gavin Newsom can win 7. Like, you looked at all the elections, and the Democrats won within 2 percentage points every statewide election. 69 to 21, 70 to 30. You know what I'm saying? We're just a 70% Dem state. You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy. So, I'm looking at this map. I'm telling you, dude. Even with this,
dude, I called this at 7:30 Pacific time, bro.
No, but I'm telling you,
Donald Trump won.
I'm not saying he won one, but
yeah, he's taken Texas, he's taken Florida.
What I'm saying is,
he's taken Georgia.
If the current tallies hold,
even with Pennsylvania, Trump,
if the current
Biden loses.
This is what the current tallies holding, according to Associated Press. But current tallies have to hold, but this is with current tallies holding. And this is with Iowa and Arizona both going blue. But again, a lot of stuff has to hold. But
Hey, we got another super chat. Hit the super chat.
Can't believe it, man. Natalie Jensen, thank you very much. $5. I'm going to do it again because I feel like it tonight. Hey, it's just one of those nights. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those nights. Every 4 years, we get one of these nights where we all get to come together and remember that we hate our government. And this is
and thanks for the super chats, guys. Dana, we got to be buds, man. We got to be buds, Dana. We're going to hang out, and I'm going to show you how comfortable it is upon the Trump train, my friend. I'm going to show you how comfortable it is and why you need not fear the journey. And thank you, Natalie Jensen, doing it again. Rock on, Natalie. So, there's a good question in the chat. Justin Goetz said, I don't know how they can just call things without knowing how many people will vote.
Well, California's going to go.
And the fact mail-in votes aren't counted yet. Well, when it's enough of a minority that even if every single one of the votes that aren't counted yet went towards the opposition still wouldn't win, then you can, quote, call elections, even though you don't know the exact final tally.
I mean, dude, Florida, 97% reporting. And Trump is leading.
Trump won by four percentage points, bro. That's out of the margin of error.
Like 2.3. Like, honestly, if like every single one, or 2 point whatever, if every single
it's
one.
3 point whatever. And it was by 4 million votes, dude.
0.2.
I mean, 400,000 votes.
You're right, because 0.2 is 48, and then you need 3 and you need 0.1. It's 3.5. Yeah, so like every vote plus 0.5. I'm not going to do math.
Yeah,
I'm the worst math. No, I'm not a math genius, but geez, man. So Inslee wins re-election in Washington State.
So now the question is, are we going to get the red mirage? Like, we already know Donald Trump's winning this thing.
But remember, a lot of these states are being called. These aren't leads. These are called states by New York Times and Associated Press, reliable organizations. Because basically, remember, the map says Biden wins Minnesota, Iowa, Arizona, and nothing else. That's the map where Trump wins. From what I have on New York Times right now.
So, Hectic Energy, super chat says, thank you for the super chat, Hectic Energy. Says, Trump is corrupt as the rest. Give me better candidates, Yang 2024.
I love him, man.
I agree with the give me better candidates,
candidates.
But I push back on the Trump is correct. His ethos and the reason why he's so popular is because he is not beholden to special interest groups. And that's why so many people were willing to take a risk on him in a vote, because you can't say he's corrupt because his wealth does not depend upon money from donors and from political organizations that he's shilling for.
The peaceful protests that started in D.C. I've been
Yeah, Donald Trump made his money on his own and didn't need to go promise Johnson & Johnson a new factory somewhere in order to get his $100,000 donation. So I agree, give me better candidates. And you want to know who I think agrees with you as well? Donald Trump. Donald Trump was asked to run 1 million times and was a celebrity for 30 years before he said, I'll only do it if I think it's gotten so bad that I have to. So I actually think Donald Trump agrees with you, Hectic Energy. And we do need better candidates, but boomers ruined America and the swamp got so thick and the system got so corrupt.
1 second. Zach Grumman, Andrew Yang's best friend, I guess. I was going to say former chief of staff. I guess she's best friends. Dude, look at the 538 Biden polls heading into the Florida polls. These are the Florida polls. Sorry. Heading into tonight. Like, come on.
Dude.
People who believed this, like, come on, man. You think Biden +6? Like, that, some of this was wishful thinking. This was just wishful thinking.
Yeah, and it's like I said at the beginning, these polls are all garbage. This is the death of people trusting polls.
You know, this is too. Nate Silver, 538.
Yeah, we are watching the death.
That was a pretty crazy one. That was a pretty fucking audacious one.
What was an audacious one?
Fucking Biden +6 in Florida. Like, dude, Florida's probably going to be, like, down to 1 or 2 points at best. Trump winning by 3 is, like, maybe huge. Like, Biden +6.
Yeah, so, I mean, look at this, though, bro. We are watching firsthand the death of the credibility of American media. People could accept that 2016 was just, you know, a hiccup, a flash in the pan, a one-time deal. But now 2 times in a row with nothing but propaganda and 97% negative coverage of Trump, we've been brainwashed into thinking he won't win. And there he is winning. I mean, electorally, this guy's the GOAT, dude. You talk about
Dude,
man against the world. That's
hold on.
freaking Trump against all three branches of freaking government hating him.
Hold on. Look at the 538 North Carolina polls. Biden +6, Biden +2.
Yeah,
Biden
this
+1,
is the
Biden
death. Like,
+2,
who's Nate
Biden
Silver now? He's the
+4,
idiot that
Biden
got it all
+8,
wrong.
Biden +8. That's a D- pollster. But we look at some of the better polls.
By the way, who's Nate Silver to freaking rate these people?
Emerson. Oh, this is Cooper coming in. Where's Emerson's prep? But still, you look like just Biden plus Biden plus Biden plus Biden plus Biden plus.
They're all wrong, but I knew this. Like I told you, I said 2 weeks ago, Donald Trump is going to take this thing.
I told you I literally based my entire predictions of everything off ignoring polls. Like
Yeah.
I just assumed they.
We have just witnessed firsthand the death of the credibility of political pollsters in America.
Maybe not yet. People will still believe him for no reason, but the Florida one's hilarious, dude. If you're okay, I mean this in the best possible way. If you got played into thinking Democrats could flip Texas or Florida, you got played, and just own it. Take the L, move on. There's no way in hell. Dude, it's like any Republican that got played into thinking Republicans were going to flip California or some stupid nonsense. Like, no.
Shut up. It's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's obviously just not going to be what happens. And here we go. This is where we
Wow,
sit.
Iowa is trending Biden. That surprises me.
Yeah, but even if you, what's interesting is it's a punt state for both candidates. No one needs it, which is hilarious. They say it's important in the primary, dude. Six electoral votes. It's basically the Dakotas. I mean, you could just not even bother to campaign there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Wow, we have seen so much traditional political wisdom just go out the door in the past 6 months, Cody. I think the debacles of the Democrat caucuses in Iowa this year has forever hampered the political power that Iowa had. You know what I'm saying? I think it will take 3 or 4 election cycles to ever go back, even if it does. And the only reason why Iowa gained its power was because Jimmy Carter went there and pulled hard and gained steam early. Okay, but I think Iowa shot itself in the foot this year. And let me tell you, the media didn't just shoot itself in the foot, it blew off its leg of credibility. It doesn't have a second leg to stand on right now because 2 election cycles in a row, it got it all wrong. All wrong. And supposedly the most locked down and easy to predict election of the year. I mean, when the New York Times finally grows a pair, and on this map we're staring at right now, fills in Texas red, Florida red, Georgia red, and North Carolina red, like they're supposed to be.
People are so mad at polling on Twitter.
Yeah, dude. Like, can you pull these up? I want to see these.
They're just all wrong.
I want to see these. Like, please show me. Like, I want to see all of these.
Here's a guy who just said from the DC Examiner. Here's a guy from the DC Examiner, and he says, third tweet of the night reminding you that polling Twitter should shut up forever.
Yeah, did. And I've been saying this forever because the polls are lying. The polls are lying. The methodologies are bad. People don't want to participate in polls for fear of political retribution.
They just don't work. They don't call enough people, and they just project out for stupid reasons. We called 1,000 people, so we just think Trump's gonna win. It's like what?
No, they never thought Trump was gonna. They thought Biden was gonna.
Whatever.
Win.
We called 1,000 people, so we think Biden's gonna win. Like what? It doesn't make any sense.
Look at this, dude. I got to tell you, this is how stupid the New York Times is.
Hey,
on
but
their
hold on,
map.
hold on. This election's far from over. Either candidate can still win, I believe. But
Nah, dude.
I do believe.
No. This is in the bag, dude. This is in the bag. Look at how many giant red arrows. Watch. Pull up the New York Times map. And now, instead of looking at the electoral or the size of lead, go to shift from 2016. Look at how many red
No, that's a
arrows.
good point. That's a good point.
Look at how many red arrows you see. Just
That's a good point.
big, huge arrows going right.
Especially you see where you're seeing them big.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Huge.
Wisconsin, Illinois. Look at Ohio, dude. Look at Ohio.
Oh, wait 1 second. Cardin, look. This is a county with less than 1,000 votes. So
No, yeah, I get it. But I'm saying these... not you look at all of Arkansas,
some of these
hard
are
right.
some are
Missouri,
20,000.
hard
I
right.
understand, yeah.
Illinois, hard right. Wisconsin, there's 5 or 6 small rights, 1 blue left mark. I mean, for every 1 little blue fleck I see, there's 15 or 20 red flechas, as we say in Spanish, which means red arrows.
Just look at this. Battleground states to watch. North Carolina, Trump plus 1.3. 95% reported, 85% for Trump.
The never Trumpers have been converted. The minorities have seen the lies of the Dems.
Florida's plus 3 Trump now. Ohio's plus 8. Arizona plus 9 Biden. Georgia plus 10 Trump. Wisconsin plus 3. I love when they tell you Georgia's a swing state and it looks like it's just like whatever.
Plus 10 Trump. Yeah, that's
but
a swing
Minnesota,
state.
I guess you could say the same thing for Minnesota, right? Pennsylvania, Michigan, some of these don't have enough reporting yet to really look too far into. But I mean, the big ones is like, yeah, like it looks like.
By the way, look at your Virginia map, bro. There's a reason why they're calling into question this. Look at the Virginia map in the
County by county.
County by county, but in the not size of lead.
Still, look, only 23% counted in Richmond. Still, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
But that's a big thing. Like only 20.
But you look at all the other counties, and they're all right arrows.
Doesn't matter. Only 23% counted in Richmond. Richmond's like going to be all blue. I don't think Virginia goes blue. It goes red. I really don't.
No, he won't. But I think they thought it was going to be a Biden bloodbath because Virginia's just a suburb of DC now.
I've seen a lot of the resigned.
Yeah.
Okay, so Biden's not going to like get 400 electoral votes. It's like, yeah, obviously this is going to be close. Obviously going to be close. But again, I'm just going to show you guys this electoral map. This electoral map's looking more and more real, which is a pretty comfortable Trump win. Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania are up for grabs still, really. But aside from that, everything else is pretty much, probably going to break this way.
Dude,
this
crazy. Is huge.
It's not over yet at all, by a long shot. Like,
what do you mean it's not over yet?
A lot of crazy stuff can happen, man. It's 2020. Don't. It's not over.
Dude, the bellwether state has spoken.
Fat lady sings.
The bellwether state has spoken. Texas has spoken. Florida has spoken. The South and the Midwest has spoken. All of the rich white northeastern limousine liberals had their chance, didn't want to put in the hard work, sat in the basement, couldn't convince anybody outside of their blue checkmark cronies that Biden was the man. And then all of the Adam Schiff Democrats in my state and on the left coast drank their Kool-Aid. But guess what? The Kool-Aid jug wasn't big enough, and the rest of the country voted him out. This is over, dog. I said it at 7:30. We can comfortably say Donald Trump is your president the next 4 years. I can. Looking at it, there's no way Joe Biden recovers from this.
It depends on, maybe late votes will break one way or the other.
See, what's weird here is...
I love this. Listen to this Bloomberg tweet. Trump has once again defied polls and predictions. Like, shut up. You guys are always wrong. Yeah. Shut up.
By the way,
defied nothing. He did exactly what he was going to do, whether you idiot pollster said he wasn't or another. Yeah. Whatever these dumbasses said. Just because they're like, oh, well, it looks like Trump's overperforming. No, he isn't. He's performing where he was. You guys couldn't fucking chart it. You're too stupid. Sorry, but
yeah, dude, I mean, by the way, you gotta look at all my comments on the Hill. Like, even when Sauger was talking about, oh, look, the polls show that Joe Biden. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Go talk to normal people outside of your apartment building in rich DC, dog. You're smart enough. You know to do that, Sauger. I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, Donald Trump is going to take this thing. And now finally people are listening because they're seeing what we've obviously seen, people like me that work in the streets every single day. Every single day.
Let's see. Oh, recently, let's see. Utah for Trump. Bill Cassidy, Senate, wins re-election in Louisiana. Not too big.
I mean, like, at this point, like, why aren't they just marking down Montana? It's stupid that they haven't marked down Montana. It's dumb they haven't marked down Florida. They're still trying. If you go to the Politico map, they're so pathetic.
Can you read the latest super chat?
Yeah, I'll read the latest super chat. I'm on it. Super chat. says PSP crazy underrated. Watched more of you guys than all mainstream combined the last 3 years. Hashtag not mainstream. Hashtag facts over fiction. Hashtag American media evolution.
Thank you, Demar.
I'll take
Thank you
it.
very much. Appreciate it.
I'll take it.
I appreciate it big time. Thank you very much.
You know, and can somebody in the chat clip me saying at 7:30 California Eastern time, this cheese is over and all these other knuckleheads haven't figured it out, and then juxtapose that with the past 5 streams over the past 5 months where I've said Donald Trump is going to take this thing and take it hard.
1 second. Someone just said something pretty funny. Not someone. Thank you, my melanated scope. Shout out. He said, I just realized we're going to have to put up with Tim Pool's smug rat face grin now tomorrow is going to suck. Hey, but you know what? To balance it out, imagine all the stupid smug liberals who are going to be like, just like, you know, like absolutely on like, mental breakdown watch, but also keep in mind.
Yeah. Let's see what Kyle Kalinski's doing right now, prick.
Nothing's over. Okay? Nothing's over. However, Donald Trump still leads the popular vote.
Dude,
That's crazy. Donald Trump still leads the popular vote, dude. I figured he was going to lose the popular vote by a couple million, no matter what, win or lose. That's crazy. But now, dude, see, I don't care about the Kyle Kalinskis. You know who I want to see? I want to see the Stephen Colberts of the world, the Nate Silvers. Dude, remember Nate Silver in 2016? When Nate Silver was like, he was just like, oh, I guess Hillary lost.
Yeah.
Just these smug idiots who are like, trust me, we know how you people think. Like, no, you don't, you idiots. Dude, yeah. I was looking at some of these people. People are like, this is my conservative election map. And it's like Texas, Florida, Georgia, and Alabama blue. Like, that's real concern. Like, that's a real safe bet. Like, come on. This is going to come down to 2 or 3 states. And it still is. Like, I'm not laughing because Trump easily won. I'm laughing because this Biden dominates stuff was stupid nonsense. It's gonna come down to these few states. It might come down to mail-ins. It might come down to lawsuits. Who knows? We're coming down to the wire here. But it wasn't gonna be some landslide. Like, what the hell?
And little progressives in our chat, like, just realize this is how badly you were lied to. This is how badly you've been lied to for the past 3.5 years. This is how badly, by the media the past 3.5 years. This is how badly you've been lied to by the polling organizations. This is how badly you've been told all of these falsehoods. When the pedal hit the metal, Donald Trump won.
Well, he hasn't won yet.
And won big.
He hasn't won yet.
Jester Hernandez, thank you for the super chat, brother.
Yeah.
Mad love.
Exactly. He hasn't won yet. But, like, I mean, like, this notion that Biden was going to win, like, Texas, Florida. He didn't win Arizona. He didn't win. That's a big win for him. But this notion that he was going to win, like, Texas, Florida, Arizona, New Mexico. Yeah. Oh, wait, we back? Might be back. Hold on, guys. I think we back. We back? We back? Whatever. If we back, we back. We're going into it. We're coming down to the final stretch, guys. It's been a crazy neck. It's been a crazy night. We're coming down to the end. It's 8:24. Last few states. One of the weirdest states of the night, and I want to take another deeper look at this. Virginia was called for Joe Biden. They called Virginia for Joe Biden. I'm not even kidding you. With, like, God, what was it? 1 second. Cardin's huge ass dog walked in here. They called Virginia for Joe Biden with zero precincts reporting. It was one of those states like just call it for Biden, whatever. They did a lot with Trump. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that necessarily. However, 61% reporting and Trump still leads. Like Trump has led the entire time in Virginia. That's weird. I still think Biden wins Virginia. I just have a feeling, but that's been a funny weird thing. However, a big thing is, dude, like, it looks pretty safe that Trump wins Florida. It looks pretty safe that Trump wins Texas. Maybe Texas is closer. Florida's getting kind of crazy that it's not called yet. I mean, Florida has 98% reporting, and Trump has like a 3% lead. So I don't know. I don't know how it's not called for him. I believe recounts is what I've heard, which makes sense. Recounts makes sense. But that's what we see going on there. However, what's interesting about all this stuff is, like I've showed you guys before, but anyone who's just looking or hasn't seen it yet, if you take this map I'm showing you guys right now and you just kind of award the electoral votes to who's leading in these states, could flip either way. I'm not saying this is the map, but if things hold, this is the total, and it's a Trump victory. Now, if Pennsylvania goes Biden, suddenly it's a narrow Biden victory, but we're at that point now where like one or two states is going to decide this. It is very, very, very close. However, one thing that's clear is all of the stupid poll nonsense was obviously baloney. Dude, I was seeing some people that were like, Joe Biden's going to get 314 electoral votes. No one's going to get 300. Trump or Biden? What? I don't know, man. Don't ask me. Here's another interesting wrinkle. Now, it's changing now. Biden and Trump are neck and neck in the popular vote. Trump had led the popular vote almost all night as well, just to show 1.1 million votes are mail-in in Pennsylvania. And I believe only 75,000 have been counted of those. But again, I'm not of the mind that every mail-in vote is just going to be for Joe Biden. I'm not of that mind. I think it might be closer to like 55-45, 60-40. I don't think it's going to be like 80-20, 90-10. I just don't. Maybe it will. Who knows? JS Automation, thank you for the super chat, $2. He said, joining from PA, in what a world we are entering. Well, we'll see. I mean, I think we're there. Now, here's what I think's interesting, because exactly, like you said, from PA. So I'm looking at electoral maps where we just put PA as not counted. So with the current electoral map we have, just giving the states to these candidates, if it breaks down like this, we're going to have to wait for the PA counts. Now, if North Carolina or Virginia goes, and again, I'm not going to get into the weeds of plus or minuses. All I'm trying to tell you guys is if the Pennsylvania results aren't clear by tonight, odds are it could hold up the election. There's a few scenarios I'm looking here where it doesn't, where they're able to call the election more or less with what they have tonight. But those scenarios are interesting because it looks like this is pretty safe. Georgia with the swing state. But again, so if we put stuff like this, which is close to what we're looking at, and we make Pennsylvania just up for grabs, Biden wins with this. However, it looks like Illinois, or sorry, not Illinois. It looks like these states might be going red. So with this, it's again up for grabs, pending a few states. I mean, it's crazy. We are looking at an absolutely crazy election. This down to the wire, I guess you could say, right now. A lot is really going to hinge on Pennsylvania, which I think everyone knew. If you look at where these candidates were campaigning, they were campaigning in Pennsylvania every day. Not every day, but basically every time they campaigned there. It's no real surprise that is where they're focusing most of their campaigning on, because that's one of the biggest states. So here we go. Also from Natalie Johnson, yes, because it's back, but also because I'm wearing the hat. Let's go. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And especially with the hat. Did I vote? I did vote. I wrote in Andrew Yang. Because that's what I wanted to be president. So. I don't know. It feels like a pretty good reason to vote for somebody.
Is that an entire bottle, Cody, of just champagne gone? Is that all just you, dog?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, it's election night. It's election night.
Hey, look, if there was ever a time to be festive, brother, it's celebrating the victory of Donald Trump tonight. But actually, I'm not celebrating the victory of Donald Trump as much as I am celebrating the death, the utter death of any credibility of any of these polling and media organizations.
Here's the thing, right? If Biden does,
here's the thing: for 6 months they've been talking about a Biden victory.
If Biden ends up winning in the end, no matter how wrong they were, it doesn't matter.
If what?
If Biden does end up winning in the end, and it's like 270 exactly, and it's like barely wins, and they were wrong on every single poll, but Biden still just scrapes a win, no one will care. They'll just pretend they were right.
Yeah, but he's not going to scrape a win because that would require Pennsylvania and Michigan breaking from the bellwether state in a way that they have not historically in nearly 100 years.
Because Ohio's done. I mean, with 86% reporting, Trump has an 8-point lead. Like, Ohio's done.
Yeah. It's like you're literally asking a family to break up. You're literally saying that the mafia convinced 2 kids to betray their parents. Not one, but 2 kids to betray their parents. Oh, yeah. And the parents to betray each other all simultaneously.
Oh, hold on, Carden. You want to take a look at something?
Yeah, what? Hit it.
Want to see the early returns on our local race?
Yeah, hit me. I was looking at that earlier, but it's been like 2 or 3 hours.
First of all, 38th. Is there anything at 38th? Because 38th is our
No, that's
boy.
the Assembly District. We're the 25th Congressional District.
No. 39th. Yeah. No. Sorry, no.
No, we're the 25th.
No, I'm looking for. Why am I blanking on his name, dude? I'm looking for
Adam
a boy.
Schiff, Eric Early.
No, looking for a boy.
Mike
Daniel
Garcia.
Kim.
Oh, Daniel Kim. Yeah, actually, I'll look up which one.
34th.
David Kim.
34th. David Kim. Sorry. I think we know a Daniel Kim. Different person. David Kim. He is in the. Oh, hold on. Whoa.
Oh.
Hold on. 57% reporting. He's trailing.
And he's within 3%.
Yeah, but he's like, I mean, he's competitive. He's in this.
Yeah, dude, go David Kim.
Hell
Do you still
yeah,
have his cell
dude.
phone number, bro?
No, I think you did. Hell, he's in this though, dude.
Yeah, dude. Holy crap.
He's
I'm going to text David Kim right now, bro.
effing in this thing, dude.
Yeah, man.
Whoa, are they really putting Christy Smith up ahead right now? Looks like they are.
Oh, that's a joke.
It looks like they have Christy Smith ahead early. Which, yeah, dude, if Christy Smith were to get elected, that'd be one of the weirdest things I could ever think of. She literally lost this exact same election like 4 months ago.
Yeah, these people are idiots. I told you, they're leftists, dude. Whatever. What, you on Politico? Yeah, Politico's totally leftist, dude.
God, why can't I find the 25th anymore?
I mean, half the reason why you got to watch Fox News is, yeah, it's a counterbalance to all the crazy leftists, which, fine, you can say, oh, it's right-wing media, but at the end of the day, it ends up being closer to the truth.
You don't have to give your attention and money to any stupid company.
No, I'm not saying, but if you're looking for results, I mean, who's showing us results? Was Politico's aggregate of polls, did they correctly predict a Trump presidency? No. For 6 months, Politico's been telling us that Trump wasn't going to win.
I can't find it anymore. Where'd it go? The 25th. Hold on. Keep talking. Where'd the 25th go?
Yeah, I don't know. Where is
Oh,
it?
it's
there
in
it is,
Garcia's
Garcia.
favor now. Yeah.
Boom.
It's in Garcia's favor, yeah.
I mean, this is a savage re-election.
Well, I mean, dude, it was just like they literally had this exact same election. Garcia versus...
And I mean, go, Cody, on the New York Times and go to the shift from 2016 map, and it's like all red.
Dude, it's so funny. There's 2 Kims and 2 Gomez's running for Congress in California this year. I keep looking and seeing the last name.
Only in Southern California can you
wait a
get
minute.
Kim v. Gomez.
Yeah. Well, they're not both running against each other, but I just mean
Yeah.
multiple times I'll just catch one name. I think this is probably up for grabs. Anyway, we'll look at these later. I don't want to get too lost in those, but I just thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm looking at this, dude. And Florida, hard right. 98% of votes estimated. And, I mean, this is brutal. By winner, here we are. Look. Once they call Florida, and they grow the pair to call Florida.
Okay, so apparently Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania will not be calling winners tonight.
Yeah, because the media is still trying. No, they're going to. This is the red mirage we're talking about, baby. They're going to try and cheat, but I think he's up ahead by too much.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. So we won't have any. We won't know who the president is tonight. Which isn't the biggest, craziest thing ever, but we won't know tonight.
So no, yeah, we will. I called it at 7:30.
We won't have official confirmation from multiple states that would tilt the election, so we just won't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having difficulty seeing that though, because Ohio, we already know, is gone to Trump. They just haven't had the balls to put Texas, Florida, and Ohio in the red because they're trying to hold out as long as they can. Okay. And because they're still more worried about their blue checkmark buddies saying that they were wrong and called it early. But when we look at Michigan and we go in, dude, all of Grand Rapids is red, bro. All of Flint is red. Red. Okay? Let's look at that shift from 2016. Oh, it hasn't counted it yet. Dang it. But you look at this. Excuse me. You look at this, and Detroit, man, there's usually a lot more blue surrounding the Detroit suburb. And Ann Arbor, of course, all the stupid college kids. You know what I'm saying? But that's a red map. We're looking at a red map, dude.
I'm just saying none of these states are going to actually declare a winner tonight. So,
well, yeah, because they don't want to be kicked out of the cool kid club. But for all of us who are used to dealing in practical terms,
they all do appear to be fairly red tonight, though. They really do.
Yeah, you're just looking at it. It's just the obvious. We're stating the obvious.
The thing is that it's not vote totals. It seems to be county totals. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how in all these counties, like, there'd be a bunch of you would expect the blue counties to be blue mail-in or in person regardless, and the red counties to be blue in person or regardless, right? I mean, like, they're blue red, right? Like,
yeah, but look,
the red's
going
to be red, the blue's going to be blue. So I do wonder what the mail-ins are, especially when we see like.
But go to Pennsylvania. Like, look, clock in that map. Look in the far right in Lackawanna County. Biden's 53%, Donald Trump's 45.2, with 98% of the estimated votes reported. Okay, so Biden won by like a little bit for a blue county. Now, I mean, you look at Pittsburgh, sure, he won like, 75 to 25 or something crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a bloodbath in every other region that is simply just not a major city.
Hey, I hear
and you need the suburbs to win, and they didn't get it. In every one of these cities, they did not get the suburbs to win.
I agree. And I'm not one of those people who believe that like every single mail-in ballot will be for Joe Biden. I think they're going to maybe like 64. I think they're going to be pretty close because I don't think people are that black and white. There's going to be some people that are going to prefer to vote by mail because they think it's safer or easier or whatever, who are voting for Democrats or Republicans. And there's going to be people who show up on voting day to vote or Democrats. I think just assuming none of those exist is stupid.
Okay, so they called Arizona formally.
Yes.
Arizona's been called formally for Donald Trump.
No, Joe Biden.
I'm sorry. Major error there. I apologize. For Joe Biden.
For Joe Biden.
California, the whole left coast, Biden. Arizona disappointed me. But then again, I wasn't paying attention to Arizona, so I can't say I was disappointed. But I guess I'd assumed it wouldn't be such a widespread. Idaho and Utah predictably went for the Republican by a very good margin. So did Wyoming. Now, whatever bonehead at the New York Times sees fit to call California the second the elections close, but doesn't see fit to call Montana the second the elections close.
Cardin.
Is an idiot.
Cardin. No, wait.
Yeah, what?
California, Joe Biden is a 3 million vote lead with 50% reporting.
Where?
In California.
No, I know, but I'm saying Montana. Come on, Montana's the California.
I'm just saying, dude, like 3 million. Like all of a sudden, Joe Biden's winning the popular vote because we started counting California votes, which obviously what happens every year. It's stupid.
No, but I'm just saying the fact that they would call the electoral victory of California the second the polls closed because they're know-it-alls, but won't call Montana the second the polls close, shows they're leftists.
It doesn't show they're leftists, dude.
Yeah, but it shows an obvious bias in their confidence ratio for what their side.
No, it doesn't. It's just like there's probably stupider reasons they do it than that.
So anyway, Montana, that's going to be another 3 for Trump, puts him up at 151. Texas, be another practically 40, so he's almost sitting at 190. They finally called Florida for Trump. 3 hours after my father was texting me. When they add, but anyway, that adds Georgia and North Carolina, that adds another 30 basically. There's no way that Ohio breaks from Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Iowa's now shading Trump as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one where I was like,
I agree, dude. If the current map projects out, Trump wins. It's just a matter of if the current map projects out. Especially now if you can make Iowa red. Like, if this is the map, then yeah, obviously Trump wins. But this has to hold. I mean, if it's this, it's a different story.
Yeah, but you've literally just demonstrated an impossible scenario.
Okay, I don't care how likely or not. I'm just saying if that is what happens, it's a different thing, you know?
Yeah, so Here, I'm going to talk to some people in the chat really fast who had a couple of comments here. It says, joining from PA and what a world we are entering. Do you already get that super chat? Joining from Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you, JS Automation.
Oh,
Natalie
we did miss a
Jensen
few. Yeah, go through those.
says, yes, because it's back, but also because I'm wearing the hat. Let's go.
I got
Yeah,
that.
rock
There's
on.
2 more. Get them.
And then Juan Urbina says, where'd it go? Yes, Juan Urbina says, America's great. Y'all are great. Hashtag Yang 2024. You know, I'd actually be very enthusiastic to see Andrew Yang jumping in the race 2024. That could be actually quite epic, to be honest with you. And then My Melanated Scope saying, get David Kim on the line.
Yeah, I think you had his number. I didn't.
Dude, this is my new cell phone, though. I don't have any of those numbers saved, dude. I was an idiot, man. I cracked my screen, and I went and I got a new one, an insurance replacement.
Hey, such is life, man.
You know what I'm saying? And actually, it was supposed to be in the cloud, though.
Such is life, man.
You know? I'm disappointed in the cloud on that one, dude, because I've lost a bunch of numbers. But anyway, dude, David Kim, reach out, dog. We want to talk to you. Reach out.
Well, I hope that if he wins, we'll be doing a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's close. It's close. He's not winning. He's still trailing, but like it's closer than it should be. No offense to him, but it's closer than it should be for a candidate like him who's just kind of like coming out of nowhere running this cycle against an incumbent. I get it's not like a 30-term incumbent, but still, it's a tough election to win, and he's doing very well in it. Yeah, it's still a close 3%. And
dude, I would go down to David Kim's watch party right now. That's probably a riot.
they've turned 25 back blue.
Really?
Apparently, Christy Smith has a 15% lead over Mike Garcia.
Oh, please.
So we'll see.
Get out of town. Let me look at that local one.
We'll see.
Yeah, right.
We'll see. That doesn't make any sense to me either, but we'll see. They literally just had this election. Oh, you know what could be a big gut punch for the Arizona flip?
What?
It's 1% reporting. It doesn't matter. But if Nevada, for some reason, goes red. Don't really think it will necessarily. But Nevada's reporting late. I think Nevada had its polled closing pushed back an hour because of issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So it looks like we have a Kelly Loeffler. That race is going. The Warnock-Loeffler race is going to a runoff in Georgia.
Whoa, really?
Yep. I don't know why they're holding off on calling Georgia until maybe later in this week. I guess mail-in. Here's the thing with mail-in, though. There's 2 ways of looking at it. There's votes they have received through the mail that have not been counted, and ballots they have sent out to people that have not been returned. If they do the thing like they do in LA County where they just send you a ballot if they're registered, not everyone registered votes. And just assuming they will because they could do it by mail is stupid. And just saying, we have to wait until people who we don't do that for anything. We don't say, hold on, we can't call the election yet. There's people who registered to vote who didn't vote. It's like, maybe they just didn't vote, dude. What the hell? So hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they don't do that. South Carolina was called for Trump a while ago.
Yeah. South Carolina was one of the first.
Senate was called for Lindsey Graham a while ago. Yeah, a while ago they called Senate for Graham. Lindsey Graham won and Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell both have won their Senate seats back. Any unrest on socials or poll drama from my Melanated Scope? Thank you. Not that I've really seen. Have you, Carden?
What was the question?
Seeing like unrest here. You want to talk for a bit? I'll look for some unrest on social media, but I really haven't seen it.
Yeah. Well, no. See, the unrest isn't going to come in yet because you have to remember the unrest of the left is performed by spoiled rich children. Okay. And so they're still not accepting it in the case of denial. Like I've been a father to 2 children. I know what a temper tantrum looks like, you know? And they haven't gone through the cycles of grief enough yet. So right now they're still denying that it's reality until they wake up tomorrow. Actually, no, I don't think it'll wait tomorrow. I think the early bird bad actors will be able to exploit the impatience of the youth and say, oh, they're trying to take it from us. Oh, they're trying to rig it. Oh, they're trying to yada this and that. And you'll start seeing minor activities tomorrow, but it's going to be tomorrow night. I mean, sorry, tonight, but it'll be tomorrow night. It's the riots. Tomorrow night are the riots. Because that's when the realization comes in, and the girl that's screaming at the sky, who's going to be the next leftist tears meme, you know, her and all her friends get to go start going crazy. You know, that's what I think. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there is no widespread violence, because at the end of the day, the violence was a tool of the left to try and get something. And when they realized it didn't work, they're going to try a different tactic. See, when you start thinking of things, bro, in terms of like good versus evil, it becomes easier to understand, Cody.
Dude, when you just ignore the stupid nonsense the media lies to you about, it makes a lot more sense. Like, dude, honestly, maybe Jake Tapper personally holds Donald Trump responsible for every single death. Their blood is on their hands. That's not 350 million voters, dude. The fact that they thought that everyone was just going to be like, well, someone got sick and died. Clearly, it's Trump's fault. I will vote against him was the stupidest thing I ever heard. That's why, dude, don't listen to these people. They don't have your best interest in heart. They hate you. They want to take your money and your votes and keep you impoverished forever. Don't listen to these people. It's going to be close. Not saying Trump's going to win because of this, but yeah, all this stupid nonsense that was just lies. It's going to be really close, it looks like. And actually, not only is it going to be really close, currently, if things hold, Trump wins. It's that close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it may be close for you, but I called it, bro. I called it culturally. Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania are too similar. You might have one leave the family, one black sheep, but there's no way you're going to have two black sheep leave. And so that family stays together because they're all hurting. And honestly, they've been catered to better than Joe Biden has. And I got to tell you, the loss of Pennsylvania, Donald Trump taking Pennsylvania is a slap in the face to Joe Biden, because he's supposedly Scranton loves Joe. Scranton, I'm Scranton Joe. You know, that's going to be a biznatch slap to the face to the Biden administration. So, Pennsylvania goes Trump. Michigan goes Trump. Pennsylvania wouldn't even have to go Trump, but Wisconsin and Michigan are going Trump. So is Texas. Won't matter what Nevada or Montana do. We all know Montana's going Republican anyway. The map's going to flesh out red. Pennsylvania will end up dipping red. North Carolina dips red. Georgia dips red. And then we're literally going to see a situation where, except for in Chicago, New York and its New York and DC suburbs, and then the corrupt leftist limousine liberal coast.
All right, whatever.
The rest of the world just rejected.
Hey, there's
all of them.
Multiple states we're not going to know the result of for probably Friday.
Like which states? Which states, bro?
Pennsylvania, probably not till Friday. Georgia,
and
maybe.
I'll tell you. I already told you exactly why Pennsylvania's going red.
But you're not a fortune teller. I understand your opinion. I get what you think may happen, but like
my opinion forged out of the fires of experience.
Like, they just won't confirm any of this stuff for a while. So until then, we don't know. But yeah, like it looks like unless some crazy shift happens, Trump's on track to win. He's on track to win every state he wins right now. Every state he needs to win, he's on track to win them. Every one of them.
Yeah, by the way, does anybody have David Kinn's number?
You just gotta wait, dude.
Send it to us. I'll get him on the line right now.
Wait a couple days till they make it official. It looks like he's on track to win, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait. Like, you just don't know until it's official.
Okay.
Just kind of like that easy. Because, dude, I have to admit, there's this really, really big... There's this arrogance that feels destined to fail to me, where people are like, well, obviously, every ballot counted late to Joe Biden ballot. It's like 95-5.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think so, man. Maybe 60-40, probably closer to 50-50, 54-50, 45. Like, unless, like, this is, like, a massive, unless it's, like, a 0.5% difference and you're counting 5 million ballots. Like, it's probably going to mostly trend the way it's trending. And Mitch McConnell, dude, again, if you got played into thinking Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham are going to lose their Senate races, sorry, no. Kentucky's not going to vote for a Democratic senator. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, you think Lindsey Graham is the Senate majority? No, Lindsey Graham. You think Mitch McConnell's the Senate majority leader and he's been there forever by accident? It's like stupid Republicans. Like, we're gonna beat Nancy Pelosi. It's like, no, you're not, you idiots. No, you're not. Nancy Pelosi hasn't been there forever by accident.
Hey, by the way, Cody, do you have any insight as to why Nevada hasn't reported anything yet?
They had to postpone the polls closing an hour, so they're like an hour behind the other West Coast states.
Oh, that makes sense. And then they close in 9 minutes then.
Well, I think they closed around 8, but they've been counting since. But yeah, something like that.
Okay, interesting.
Like official close at 8, but they're counting till 9. Yeah.
What's up with Minnesota? Why does it keep on being all freaking Dem, dude?
Dude, who cares?
I don't get it.
Who cares?
No, it's just interesting.
But yeah,
like,
dude, Trump's lead in Pennsylvania is up to 14%. Like, dude, I don't think the mail-in ballots are going to be like, they're not going to be like a miracle. It's not going to be like Trump's up 14 mail-in ballots, Biden up 5, right? Like,
yeah, and it's not like just because you mailed a bunch of Republicans and Democrats mail-in ballots, all of a sudden they're going to turn Democrat just because they were given a mail-in ballot.
Yeah, like they might just be a little bit better for Biden. Might be like +3, +4%. But if it's like a 15% lead like this for anything, but again, 50% is kind of low. But still, like if they count more and the Trump leads what it is, I don't see it. Ohio, we're hearing from some people is being called by some outlets already.
Yeah, it was called by Problem Solver Politics.
We're gonna have to wait to get the
officially at 7:30, unofficially at 6:30.
All the official numbers, whether you like it or not. Oh, thank you for the super chat. ATSBHYN247. Thank you very much.
So it says right here that Fox News called Ohio. I'm going to confirm this. Yeah. Well, oh no, sorry. Ohio was already called by Fox News earlier. Yeah, we'd mentioned that. I've been looking at the Fox map for a while. And the interesting thing about the Fox map, though, is they don't even have the guts yet to call Texas. Meanwhile, the polls are closed and 80% is in with Donald Trump up by 6 points. Like, I mean, come on, dude.
We're still at pretty much for the David Kim election, similar spot.
Yeah. So the only holdouts that we have are still Montana with its 3 electoral votes. But as interestingly enough, do you know what the spread is in Montana? This blew my mind, bro. Right now, they're reporting 51%, but do you know where they're sitting at 51%?
Huh.
47.5 Joe Biden and 50.1% for Donald Trump. Like, even if that was just the counties that included the University of Montana, I'd still believe that's really high Joe Biden numbers.
That'd be a good Biden performance, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a really good Biden performance. But then Minnesota, guess what? Minnesota's going for Biden altogether.
They still have Christy Smith, but it's the same numbers, though. Nothing's changed. So.
Yeah, so in Minnesota, it's 70% in, Cody. All right. Polls closed at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 hours ago.
Yeah, but it looks like Biden's going to win Minnesota.
And yeah, Biden's like kind of crushing
thing, right? It's like
by like 11 points.
This is the weird thing. You can go, oh, Biden's going to win Minnesota, easy. But then it's like Trump has a decent lead in Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. It's like, well, you got to wait till Friday. I agree it's stupid, but that just
no.
Is
but
what
come
it
on,
is.
Project Veritas has been going down in Minnesota. You know, half those ballots are cheated.
I don't care, but I'm just saying it is kind of stupid that they'll just be like, oh yeah, Arizona's looking good for Biden. He wins it. Oh, all these states looking good for Trump. Yeah, we'll have to wait like 5 days. Whatever, man. I agree, it's stupid.
I keep forgetting how far north Nebraska is.
Nebraska, yeah.
So, did the Oregon Trail go through Nebraska, Cody?
Nebraska, I don't know, maybe.
I think it did, if I'm not mistaken. Because in the video game, hold on, let me see. Oregon Trail video game. Oregon Trail video game map. So here we go. Yes. Oh, dude, this was my childhood.
Here's the thing. Edward Buckley
right
brought up a point. He said McConnell was saying Senate wasn't going to get a deal to the new year. He got that court appointment, and he flipped us all the bird. Yeah, and then he absolutely fucking pants his opponent and blew her out by 30 points.
Who? What did you say?
Mitch McConnell. I'm just saying, that's politics, man. Like,
yeah.
It's doesn't always make sense. Sometimes it's stupid, but... Yeah, Mitch McConnell does that, and then how does he do in his election? Oh, 58-37.
Oh, by the way, it did go through. What's it called? The Oregon Trail did indeed go through Nebraska, Cody. It went through. I'm looking at this. North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. So Fort Kearny is Nebraska. Leaving St. Louis, Missouri, going through Kansas, and then all the way through Nebraska. Yeah. What do you know? The Oregon Trail. Boom shakalaka. That's how all those people made it out there, Cody. Have you ever done your family history, bro, and figured out where your family came from?
I don't want to give him my DNA.
No, not give him your DNA, but like you figured out like, you know, okay, we settled in the 1690s. Like my wife figured out that they lived in Georgia for like seriously like 250 years. Her family did.
James Scott, he said, "Hey guys, first, cheers. Second, California propositions. Can we see if there's anything on those? That's a really good thing. I'm gonna pull it up really quick.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I'm gonna pull it up.
So anyway, I do want to see how David Kim did in his election race. He seemed like a good guy.
Still counting, slightly trailing with 50% reporting, but
yeah, he seemed like a really good guy, and I wish him well.
Ready? Ballot measures card. You ready?
Hit me.
14 medical research bonds. 51% yes. And that's not a hot one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes.
No is currently not passing. Only 16, sorry. The end diversity ban. That's a hilarious way. Listen to it. What is ending the diversity ban? Oh, it's repealing a constitutional provision that made it unlawful for California state and local governments to discriminate or grant preferential treatment to people based on race, ethnicity, national origin, or sex. Like, wait a minute. Isn't a constitutional provision that makes it unlawful for California state and local governments to discriminate against or grant preferential treatment to people based on race, ethnicity, national origin, or sex a good thing? Yes, it's a good thing. So repealing it's bad. So I'm glad to see no is in the lead. How about this? Interesting. Restoring the felon right to vote. That's leading with yes. Lowering the voting age to 17 in the primary. That's a no. And then where's the defund the police one?
Yeah, restore former felon vote. Primary voters change property tax rules. Oh, wait.
No, where is it? On the ballot. It says something about like public safety. Remember on the ballot? It was like public
safety.
Dang
it, that one's winning? Oh, but that's only with 27% reporting. I don't want 19 to pass.
I don't see it. Where's the one that's like... There's the one that's like it's like public safety and diversity, something like that. I forgot what it's called, but it's basically basically what it did is it shifted money from LA County sheriffs. I don't see it. Anyway, rent control is not going to pass. It looks like so far 27%.
And Prop 22 is not passing, so Uber drivers can work.
Also, with this 27%, remember this 27% has Biden leading by 3 million. It's but 22 is a yes. See, I don't know. Some people looking at 22. I'm not looking at 22 that strictly because I just assume it's going to pass. That campaign was huge to get this thing passed. This is going to pass. Don't worry. Oh, duh. Thank you. That's the LA one, not the California one. Thank you. Duh. We're looking at California props. Sorry. It's been a long day.
What's going on?
The one I was talking about with the moving funds from LA County Sheriff is obviously LA County. It's not statewide.
Yeah.
Honestly, I voted no on 22. I just got a bad vibe about it. I just got this vibe. I'm like, dude, Uber and Lyft are spending way too much money to get this stuff passed. I'm going to vote no.
Oh, interesting. No, I voted yes on 22. Yeah, yes on 22 makes this thing and go back to being contractors that aren't subject to that stupid 22 rides one. Yeah, that was a bad vote, Cody. Sorry.
There is something.
That's a vote that goes against your normal ethos.
There's something fishy. There was just something not right about how this is presented to me. I'm like, dude, just the way they're pushing it, this isn't right.
Now, how did you feel about California Proposition 24? Because what's interesting is the California Republican Party said no on everything except for... I think it was 22 and 24,
bill, right? Yeah, the digital rights allows consumers to prevent businesses from sharing personal information, correct and accurate personal information, and limit businesses' use of sensitive personal information. Yeah, this is the best one. This is obviously winning. That's very good.
I think the Republican Party even said yes to that one. Let me see here.
Luis Burciaga, I believe. Thank you for super chat. He said for Biden to win, he would need 2/3 of the Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Exactly. And we're not going to find out the results of this, unfortunately. But, right now, these are all projected Trump. These would all have to go from projected Trump to Biden wins. If they stay projected Trump wins. If Biden flips these and takes, not even flips, you know what I mean? But if the projections shift away from Trump towards Biden, but again, like some of these, like, dude, Trump's up 15% in Pennsylvania with 52% reporting. And he's up 11% in Michigan with 49% reporting. Wisconsin's closer, but some of these, like, geez, man, that's kind of a big thing. Let me look. Honestly, 23, let's see. What is it requires chronic dialysis clinics to have an on-site physician report data on dialysis-related infections and obtain consent from the state health department before closing a clinic. They may not discriminate against patients based on the source of payment for care. Yeah, I don't know that that's what they say, but I don't know what the gibberish behind this is. That's what I mean, dude. 22 on its surface sounds good.
Oh, no. So here's no on Prop 24. Yeah, now I remember why I voted against this. It says Prop 24 creates
you
a new.
voted against 24?
Because it says that instead of creating a law, it was creating another state bureaucracy.
Oh my God! What if
That
it's
was
a
the
good
lie.
bureaucracy?
No, establish a law. You know what I'm saying? We're drowning in bureaucracy in California.
Whatever. You're right. I don't need to hear it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, we don't need just outlaw murder. We don't need, like, the Bureau of Murder Affairs. Have the police handle it.
I believe it, man. The Bureau of Murder
Affairs. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you know what's funny is I was kind of conflicted on Prop 24, though, because I was like, no, I really want this privacy thing. But then I was reading into it, and basically I didn't see a way that it wasn't a state-controlled abusive it just couldn't be a way of now the state having all the information and abusing it. Like, I hate to say it, but I trust a greedy capitalist to abuse my information, resulting in less damage in my life, than a politically motivated psycho in office. Like, I trust Mark Zuckerberg more than I do Gavin Newsom. So somebody's going to be taking my information. I choose Zuckerberg over Gavin Newsom. And everybody in the chat that, like, thinks that's insane, come live in California and see how it's been destroyed and see why Cody is moving out of here. And then you'll understand why I say these things.
1 second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody brings up in chat, like the Patriot Act. Yeah, no, screw that. I was not even for the Patriot Act back then. So, yeah, see, I'm a man of my consistency, you know? Some people bring up the fact that Shapiro's moving out. But yeah, bro, I think tonight I feel comfortable. I actually got to go and get ready for a pretty intense day of work tomorrow. But I feel comfortable calling it for Trump tonight. We're going to wake up tomorrow to nothing but leftist tears.
We're going to wake up tomorrow to nothing changed, which is crazy.
I wouldn't say nothing changed.
Nothing will have changed.
People called Ohio. That's
we're gonna wake up tomorrow and it's gonna be. We'll find out on Friday, and then on Friday they'll say we'll find out on whatever day. I am moving. I am still gonna do the show when I move. I'm moving in about a month and a half to Southern Nevada.
Yeah.
But I'm moving. Yes.
Cody's hitting Vegas.
Mid to late December, I'll be out there.
Hanging out with strippers. Shooting machine guns.
Not Vegas, just Southern Nevada. So.
Yeah, I hear you. So anyway,
but yeah, I'll be out there pretty soon.
Let's do one less wrap up, then I'm gonna jam. You can keep streaming if you want to.
I don't know. I'm getting to the point.
But I'm looking at Florida, 96% for Donald Trump.
They're not gonna just start calling stuff. I don't feel like. And then,
Texas, 88%. It's gonna go Donald Trump. Arizona, Trump's taking the L by a thick margin of like 8%.
Hey, Joe Biden just won Hawaii, by the way.
Oh yeah, well we all saw that coming a mile away. Nevada's still up in the air, but I think that was a projected win for... Who's that a projected win for?
Hold on. Arizona, there might be some funny business going on as well.
What's that?
It might have been an early call as well in Arizona.
Interesting.
Like, here's the thing. If Arizona is, like, not an early call, but, like, it is an early call, it'd be too early of a call in Pennsylvania, I don't get it. I mean, I guess Arizona's reporting more. I understand, but, like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So
That's
looks
what I
like
mean. When someone said Southern Nevada basically belongs to Southern California, I'm moving to far eastern Los Angeles.
yeah. So anyway, I'm looking at all these maps before we go, and I'm refreshing them, and all of them have called Ohio. Everybody except for the New York Times is called Ohio. And
AP hasn't.
yeah, and they're fools, which is fine. We're used to the AP being fools. But what about Maine, dang it?
Dude,
call it Maine.
Popular vote is ridiculous in California.
Yeah, what is the popular
Joe Biden
vote?
has 6.7 million votes in California. Joe Biden's 2.9. I mean, Donald Trump's 2.9.
Yeah, we're not wanted here.
Dude, it's not even, it's the volume of votes is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, dude, there's a reason why everybody's leaving. California has basically said, I mean, like, if you're a Republican that stays in California at this point, you're similar to like, you hear these heartbreaking stories of like Jewish families that thought things would get better after Kristallnacht, that was just a temporary thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, the government's openly said they don't want you here, and they're willing to persecute you. I mean, Gavin Newsom has literally just said
that's a bit ridiculous, but we'll just move on.
What? No, it is.
Nah, it's a bit ridiculous. We'll move on though.
No, I'm not comparing the obviously political violence and extermination, but I'm just saying, like, the government here has made known we don't like or want white Christians in our society.
That is ridiculous.
We don't want you here.
That's what I mean.
In fact, if you want to meet to have Thanksgiving together, you're not allowed to pray or chant together.
I'll tell you what, Card. It's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Anyway, it's late.
Oh, man. It's true, man. It's true. Rule. What's that rule, Cody?
It's not true. That is ridiculous.
Of the internet, where like within like 30 seconds, a World War II reference is made or something like that.
I don't know. That's a you thing, but that is ridiculous. No, nothing is really going to change no matter if Biden or Trump wins, realistically.
No, I think within 10 years.
There'll be, within 10 years. Okay, within 10 years.
No, dude,
Okay.
you're seeing how it's going. What Gavin Newsom has already done.
Okay,
you're a fool if you don't bounce out of California. They don't like conservatives. Hell no to Christian conservatives.
Whatever. Sure. Whatever. That's not why I'm leaving California. I don't feel like I'm not conservative or Christian, so I don't feel like that's why I'm leaving California.
Well, yeah, you are. Since you're not an SJW, you're automatically tainted,
whatever.
therefore conservative.
That's what I mean. Whatever, man. I'm leaving California for other reasons. But anyways, yeah. I mean, it looks like we kind of we can go a little bit farther, but it looks like we've gone as far as we can tonight. I'm pretty sure they're going to be drawing a lot of this stuff out pretty much for the next few days, maybe till Friday, which is a pretty terrible thought. Again, if you look, I'm pretty sure this electoral map is basically what we are looking at.
Yep.
And this would be a Trump win right now if everything holds the same. A few things flip either way and it changes. PA being the big one. If PA flips, it's a Biden win by, 270 on the dot.
So they better start working hard to ballot harvest.
Not counting some of these Nebraska and Maine delegates.
Yeah, they're going to have to work hard to ballot harvest. They're going to have to work hard.
Sure. But Atlanta will finish its count tonight. Longer than expected count in Wisconsin. I mean, it's going to take a while to get these results.
Yeah.
How much for another hour, man? Well, no, we'll see if I can do another hour. It's just the big thing is not enough. Nothing's coming out, and I feel like I could go another 4 hours, but we're not going to get any news in the next 4 hours. Is what I'm afraid of.
Well, yeah. See, we're not going to get news of anything consequential. We're going to get news in Nevada, but that's only 6 electoral of votes because they were bumped back an hour. They're in the West. It'll take 3 or 4 hours to count. So we're looking at by midnight, they're going to announce that their 6 electoral votes that are relatively inconsequential go somewhere. Montana, look, it's going to Trump. We all know it. They're going to figure that out in 2 or 3 hours. So that gets fleshed out. Iowa, they're going to have their 6 electoral votes. So at this point, we've only talked about 15 electoral votes here. Okay. So those 15 electoral votes of Nevada, Montana, and Iowa, they're all going to go where they're going to go. 2/3 of them going to Trump. All right. Wisconsin polls are closed. 76% is in. It's going to be a solid Trump victory. Minnesota, almost 60% is in, and Donald Trump is up by 6. Not Minnesota, sorry, Michigan. Donald Trump is up. That will get called. Okay? And then Pennsylvania is the only outlier where now they've got 60% in. Okay? That's going to get called, but we already know it. Everything that's getting called, we already know. North Carolina, we already know it's going to Trump. We already know it's going to Trump.
We don't know for sure. But yeah, like we're just
What, Georgia? Is Georgia not too?
We don't know for sure they're going to drag that out too.
North Carolina is the only one that's a question mark for me.
Okay, for you. But like for the reality, they're going to drag this stuff out, dude. They really are.
Yeah, and they're going to try and harvest like crazy in the precincts that might matter, but
they're going to drag
these
this
are
out.
big victories to overcome, though, Cody. How are they going to overcome in Michigan? 6-point gap.
Dude, I don't care how anyone does anything. I'm just telling you, they're going to drag this out till they make it official. They really are. It's just going to go on forever. I mean, it's midnight in Pennsylvania right now. It's midnight in Michigan. It's midnight in Ohio.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back on Predict It.
Actually, isn't midnight in Michigan? I believe it is Eastern time. Predict It up. Can we get a glass raise and a drink before you guys go? I can give you a glass raise, but unfortunately, I'm all out of drink. But, hey, everyone who was with us for tonight and this entire crazy 2020 cycle and year, if I had anything left in here, I'd drink it. But I don't have anything left.
Pour it out for the fallen homies.
Yeah, well, no one fallen yet, but, man, it's just... They really are going to drag so New York Times as well just moved Ohio to Trump. But they're going to drag this stuff out forever, man. They really are. They're just annoying, and I get maybe they have to because for whatever reason, these mail-in votes, they're just so elusive and ridiculous and crazy. They just take weeks to find and count for some reason. You can't find them. People won't give them to you. They're just floating around in air. You have to send, it's like Quidditch. You have to have someone flying around out there to snatch these ballots out of the air. You need a special Quidditch player to snatch these ballots for 5 weeks. It has nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans. I don't care who helps win. It's just there's a part of it that just feels like Jesus.
So right now, dude, President Trump's gone down to 62 cents.
There's no way to do this in a way that's not
and Biden's 37.
Ridiculously slow. Adam Duffy, $2. Love y'all. Glad I spent 2020 in this chat. Isn't it kind of funny? It almost does kind of feel like the end of 2020 in a way. Obviously, even though it's November, but it does almost feel like it feels like, I guess you could say December 31st is the new year, right? But this really is the new political year, right? It's like
it's like the fiscal year is different than the
exactly. This is
political calendar.
The fiscal year. It's like the next presidential year starts in a few hours, and that is very crazy. We're almost there.
So who do you think the Trojan horse, or who do you think the comeback kid of the leftists are if they decide to cheat and pull off a red mirage? Would it be because, the post office found a bunch of ballots that were late coming in because they're underfunded and understaffed, and, by the way, if you don't want this to happen again, triple our budget?
I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it goes that way. I think I don't think it's that.
So how does the left cheat to try and steal the election?
1 second. Board end.
Whoa,
Thanks for
cool.
putting in all the time. I know it's been a long night. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. Is that,
by the way, what is that? What was that symbol again?
I think I can scroll over it.
Yeah, what is that?
I want to say it's yen.
I think that is.
Either way, thank you. Very much appreciated.
That's awesome.
It is. Yen.
I don't know what that is.
It is, of course. Of course it is. It's like a Y. It even looks like a Y. Of course. Thank you. And a lot of people in chat like yen. I thank you. I appreciate it. We look at 189 total electoral votes still up for grab, and we might not. As we're all, stay safe and don't get physical for God's sakes. Yeah, everyone.
I might get physical with Brittany the Shadow.
Again, no. Melanated Scope. Random question: are all NFL cities Democrat?
Mostly urban environments are.
Let's look. Let's take a trip around the map real quick.
Well, not Kansas. Kansas City, I think, is still Republican.
Ready? So let's go. Let's go to Kansas City. Let's go to Missouri. So Missouri, Kansas City is a little bit blue. I want to call it like a Democrat city, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, like LA for the Rams, yes. For the Rams and the Chargers, yes. New York for the Jets and the Giants, yes. Washington, D.C. for the football team, yes. Philadelphia, yes. Just going division by division. Atlanta in Georgia, yes. Carolina, oh my God, why am I blanking on where Carolina actually plays? I'm blanking on. I think they play in Charlotte. I think they play in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, yes. Let's take a look at St. Louis, New Orleans. St. Louis, Louisiana. St. Louis, Louisiana. New Orleans, Louisiana. That's what I was trying to say. It looks a little bit blue, sort of. You know what? Where I would say no. I don't think Tallahassee's blue.
Wait, who's in Tallahassee?
Jacksonville is blue. I was wrong. Jacksonville's blue. Orlando's blue. Tampa's blue. Miami's blue. Bunch of teams there. Texas is Dallas and Houston both blue?
Dallas.
Then you got Tennessee.
Yeah.
Is Nashville blue? Dallas and Houston are both blue, but they're not really blue. I'm just looking at like they lean more blue. They've been voting more Biden. But looking, what's up? I believe Tennessee plays in Nashville.
Austin's totally blue, of course.
Right? I don't think the Titans play in Memphis. I think they play in Nashville. I could be wrong. Maybe they do play in Memphis. I could be wrong. But anyway, mostly, yeah. Mostly every NFL team is blue. I'm like just trying to think of like I'm not even like obviously like the 49ers play in a blue city. The Seahawks play in a blue city. Green Bay. That's an interesting one. Would you call Green Bay a more red area? Let's look.
I looked at it earlier.
Yes. Green Bay, Wisconsin.
It was the only one that was like.
You want to know why? You know who endorsed Donald Trump right at the end?
Yeah, I remember that.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre.
Green Bay legend, great Brett Favre. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's why, but Green Bay might be like the one big one. That might be like the one city, or you can call Green Bay a city. I think it's more like an area, right? That is like a red area with a football team. I think it's Denver isn't red.
Yeah.
Arizona probably used to be, but not anymore. Phoenix isn't red. Nevada, Las Vegas isn't red for the Raiders. That's new. So I really don't think so. Oh, they do play in Nashville. I got that wrong? I don't know. Huh. Oh, yeah, I was right. Duh. Anyway, either way, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, they basically are like all... Green Bay might be the one exception. It'd be Green Bay. Detroit and Cleveland, sorry. I was... Detroit and Cleveland are football teams, right? Tampa. We talked about Tampa. Detroit and Green Bay, and like New England and Buffalo? Is Buffalo blue?
Oh, it'd have to be.
No, Buffalo's red. Buffalo's not blue, dude. Yeah, Buffalo's red.
Where?
Dude, Buffalo.
Anything semi-urban is gonna
Buffalo and New York City are light years away.
Oh, interesting. You're right. It leans red. Wow.
So Buffalo would be another one. Hey, Trump's now losing the popular vote because they countered California. Dude, the popular vote is rigged. Not rigged. It's the popular.
No, it's California, New York, dude.
There's so many voters in California. Whoever wins California wins the popular vote. There's just so many California voters.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Donald Trump with almost 3 million votes. Donald Trump would be winning like every other state, but he's getting smoked in California. And like with 7 million votes, Biden would win like multiple regions.
Dude, you need to look right now before I go.
A time zone.
You need to look right now before I go. Look at the Michigan map, dude. No blue in Grand Rapids. Barely any in Lansing. Nothing between Flint and the northern tip of the state except for a couple of
Smaller
tiny
counties,
dots.
yeah.
I mean, you're looking at a red Jackson Pollock map here.
Yeah.
There's no way Pennsylvania goes much different. You look at it.
That's what I think's funny. So Buffalo and Green Bay are the only NFL cities that voted for Trump so far.
Buffalo and Green Bay. That's true. Well, maybe not even the cities. That's just the county because it registers by county.
Yeah,
And they're just so small that,
areas
the city itself is probably Democrat.
Also, New Orleans is kind of close. Missouri, St. Louis, not St. Louis. Kansas City is kind of close, but yeah. I figured Flint would be brown on the map because of their water. Anyway, Nathan Butcher, $5. If Trump wins, think we will have 4 years of complaints about voter suppression and abolish the Electoral College? Well, 4 years of complaints, 1,000%. Not sure exactly what they'll be about. Clay Remix,
Dude,
$5
what's the
super
media
chat.
going to do if Trump wins, dude? Or when Trump wins, now that he has
They'll
won just
stamp-
4 years?
Stamp their damn feet, man. Clay Remix, $5. Cheers to fellow previous Yang and current Trump supporters. Yeah, cheers to
Yeah, throw up your super chats with your tributes here,
welcome.
guys.
They just called Montana for Trump. But yes,
Before we
cheers and
go.
welcome to everyone who joined for any reason. But yes, it's been a wild ride for everyone.
Do you think they're going to say Russia? Russia influenced this election. Russia fooled us all.
It's gonna be people are gonna complain, man. They're gonna kvetch. They're gonna have a moan. They're gonna just. Yeah, I think PA is gonna count till Friday, which sucks.
And they're going to be trying to cheat.
Yeah, thankfully USA is not a direct democracy. Direct democracy is like the worst ideas.
Yeah.
Direct democracies are throwing beers out of the back of a pickup truck while your supporters go and burn down your burn down your opponent's campaign headquarters.
Yeah, seriously.
That's direct democracy.
So they're not calling Georgia for Trump yet either, which is silly because he's up by like almost an entire 10 points.
Like, this is not a clean win for Trump, but this projects as a Trump win heavily so far.
Not a clean win, it's a totally clean win.
Well, it's a clean win where they don't call any of the states or call it a win. So, but he's projecting to win, yeah. He's projecting out to win.
Yeah.
Biden is going to have to, like, absolutely dominate mail-in voting to an extreme degree to win, I think.
All right.
Yeah, but no, I've read, do not expect a call for Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Minnesota. So, don't expect a call for basically every remaining state.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm out, brother. I got to fly. So, you going to keep streaming?
Oh, you're flying?
Yeah.
Flying to, yeah, have fun.
Boom shakalaka.
I will for maybe a few minutes.
Okay, it's been real and it's been fun. Cody, take it away, dog.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'll stream for a little while longer, guys. They called Minnesota. Let's see who called Minnesota. Neither of my official reporting sources have called Minnesota yet. So until they call Minnesota, but they did. You're right. Okay, so Minnesota was called. So maybe my reliable sources are wrong there. But I definitely don't think we're gonna get any calls on. Even though, like, I mean, Wisconsin's pretty close, but man, holding off on PA, that's kind of weird. Who's winning? Here's the weird thing. It's an election. So Biden is currently obviously winning 223 to 145. However, the remaining states Biden needs to get to 270, Trump is leading in. So let's see if we can look at national. Who are some? It just shows up as other candidates. Hey, by the way, other candidates are currently beating Howie Hawkins. So, womp womp. Sucks to be Howie. Losing to other candidates, just write-ins across the board. Joe Jorgensen, 1%. Okay. Much different than what we saw in 2016 with like the libertarians at like 4 or 5% or some crazy number like that. That awful woman, Jill Stein, she stole the election from Hillary Clinton. What percent did she have? We called her abolishing the Senate. Is anyone beside Fox called Florida and Texas though? I don't know, but at the same time, like it looks like Trump's winning both Florida and Texas, so it looks like what's gonna happen. I guess something crazy could happen. Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know this. A lot of people are just banking like, oh, well, Biden's gonna swing these states 9 or 10 points when the mail-ins come in. Like, really? I don't know. I don't really think that. I don't think they're just gonna swing it 10 points. Like, it might be kind of close. Could be wrong, but who knows? Honestly, I think all the big media networks and everyone were petrified of calling the race tonight. They kind of built up this idea and this narrative that it'll be impossible to know who wins tonight. It'll be impossible. It's impossible. You can't know who wins. No matter what happens, you can't know who wins. So, like, no matter what the results were, they were going to have to just kick the tire tonight and say, well, we don't know yet. Even though, like, I don't know, man. Dan Murphy, thank you. Is the word vote a Democrat slogan? It is until you vote for a Republican, and then they hate you. And the same for Republicans. That's why I always laugh at this, like, these, just vote. Come on, guys, just vote. It's like, really? So I can just vote against you and you'll be happy? And people are just like, are like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Vote against me. That's fine. Just vote for them. Sure, man. I'm sure that's how you feel. I don't know. It's just how I feel. Republicans have all the trucks because Republicans prefer to live further away from people, so it's less of a hassle to drive a truck. That's my theory. Yeah. Well, no, Trump lost the popular vote because they counted California. Like, look at this. Trump is currently, and again, this is purely numbers. We're doing math, right? Biden is leading in the popular vote by less than 1 million votes, right? It's less than a 1 million vote lead in the popular vote for Joe Biden. Joe Biden is leading California by over 3 million votes. Over 3 million votes, almost 4 million votes. So, like, it really is like California. Hold on, did I read these numbers wrong? 1.5, sorry. 1.5 million. Either way, Joe Biden's 1.3 million, 1.4, 1.2, 1.3. Numbers are my strong suit. You'll notice that, like, it's California. It's just, that's what the numbers are. Like, it doesn't matter. 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. It's still less than the almost 4 million votes. Like 3.8 or whatever. So, like, it's one of the reasons why I just never care about the popular vote. Because it's like, well, I mean, it's really the California vote is the popular vote. Same with, like, even New York, you think a lot of people live in New York, and it's the California vote. It really is. A lot of people don't even think about it this way, but Los Angeles County is 10 million residents. That's bigger than, like, multiple countries. Like, most countries don't have 10 million people. Very few countries have more than 10 million people when you look at a map of every country in the world. And that's LA County. There's that many people who live here. Biden currently has the lead in electoral votes, but Biden has no real. The only path Biden has to 270 electoral votes is to disrupt all these states that are trending towards Trump right now. That's the only real path Biden has towards a victory. is there's multiple states that are trending towards Trump and they need to be disrupted and he needs to overtake them. Again, they're trends. It's not for real. Oh, in the last few minutes, Trump was called for Iowa, and Ben Ray Lujan, Democrat, wins Senate in New Mexico. So, not sure if that was an incumbent or not. So, Biden plans to speak now. Did I vote for the College Board? For COC, I did, yes. Let's see. Not an incumbent, but it looks like an open seat, and it was actually a pretty close race in New Mexico for the Senate. However, it does look like Dems have flipped one seat in the Senate, but it doesn't look like they're going to flip that many more seats, so it probably will remain a Republican majority. So, but again, projected for now. Yeah, I mean, no, like Biden can still win. I'm not saying Biden's going to lose. He could win these states. I'm just saying currently Trump has more votes than him in these states. And, you know, Trump winning Ohio bodes very well for him in these states where he's already leading is the kind of the premise for Trump winning. For Biden, you could say that maybe this is a crazy year. He'll disrupt something. Maybe the Minnesota will rub off into Wisconsin. Maybe, you know, the current events will make Wisconsin in play for him. And maybe Pennsylvania is still open. But, I mean, dude, like, if they close the in-person votes in the early votes with Trump, like, plus 17, are the mail-in votes that many and that numerous, right? I'm not seeing path to victory for Biden in Pennsylvania right now. It's just the numbers are seeming kind of crazy. Some of these others, like Wisconsin, yeah, for sure. But, dude, it's seeming kind of crazy for Pennsylvania. But, again, we'll have to wait till every theoretical vote's counted, and then we'll know. Hillary got 227 electoral votes. Can Biden beat her? If he does indeed win Arizona and Nevada, yes, he will. He does. But if he doesn't, no. And Arizona's weird. It looks like Democrats should win it, but Arizona looks like it might be like the Democrat Vietnam, so to speak. If Pennsylvania is the Republican Vietnam right now, where it looks like they're winning, but you just don't know. Arizona might be that for Democrats, where it looks like they're winning, but you just don't know. You're going to have to wait maybe there later as well. Tie's pretty unlikely. I think a tie's pretty unlikely, at least. One, it's very specific to get a tie in this kind of format, you know, where they're both trying to get to 270. It's a really specific tie, and it requires weird stuff like, you know, splitting in Kansas and Maine, and I don't know. Is it possible? Well, honestly, hold on. Let me pull up the 220 to win. So, let's look at this. Here we go. This would be 268 to 270. So, yeah, I mean, if you take Maine. Or not, hold on. Hold on, wait 1 second. I'm doing this wrong. There we go. That's a potential tie. I don't know if that's possible right now at all. But there we go. Nevada looks red. It's like 1% reporting. Like, I think it's within the realm of possibility. Nevada does flip red, but it's like 1% reporting right now. It's way too early to tell if Nevada's going to go red yet. Yeah, 2% reporting. Big lead for Trump with 2% reporting. It's kind of just, who knows? But yeah, like for example, if you just take every single one of these states and just fill the color all the way in for whoever's leading, it's a Trump win. that doesn't mean anything. So that's good for Biden. Because if Biden can find the votes in these states right here, he could win the election too. However, all the BS nonsense before the election about, oh, Biden's going to win 45 states. Biden's going to destroy it. Oh, Trump's going to get annihilated. All that looks like BS nonsense. I mean, like, no. Like, unless, hey, maybe mail-in ballots means that Biden does win every single one of these states Trump's currently leading in, and it's a complete landslide. But Florida was just called for Trump, so. Florida was just called for Trump. I'm assuming Texas is going to get called for Trump. We're going to have to wait in Georgia. We're going to wait in Pennsylvania. We're going to wait on Michigan. We're going to wait on Wisconsin. We might have to wait in Arizona as well. North Carolina, I'm assuming we don't get tonight. Even though they're at 94% reporting, they might draw that out. Oh, thank you, Myron Woods. Since Yang has got more exposure and Trump will probably win so we can run with no incumbent, what do you think Yang's chances are? I think if Yang gets a couple, actually take on David Kim, but in general, I think if Yang could find a way to maybe get a midterm surge for Humanity Forward candidates or just candidates like that, right? If he can get a midterm surge in the House and maybe one in the Senate of candidates that align with him, he could start coalition building while he's running, and I think that's really good. I think one of Joe Biden's problems is he has no real coalition. Win or lose, he has no real coalition. Does anyone believe that Bernie Sanders and everyone like allies and friends and are going to like work together for real? I don't. With more reporting, it's a slight increase in the lead for Gomez. And then I'm surprised in my local district. I'd be really surprised in my local district. I did the 25th. Actually did. Okay, it's getting much closer. That's what I figured. Like, only because we literally just had this election a few months ago. Both people ran against each other like 4 months ago. So I get it's the presidential election, more people come out, but it would just be weird if, you know, it went from like they vote for one candidate, nothing changes. They vote for another candidate. Because really, it's been so recent, nothing could change. But yeah, so here we are. They're starting to call some more of these votes. They're trickling them in, but I just can't. I cannot imagine a world, and let me know what you guys think. I cannot imagine a world where tonight they declare Donald Trump the president of the United States. I just do not imagine a world that will happen tonight. And I do not see a world with the electoral maps we're currently looking at where they could call Joe Biden the president either. So, I don't know how we can, I don't know where things are. I think we're kind of just stalemated here tonight. As far as the months of litigations, though, it does look like I think both guys have won the states they needed to win by enough. It shouldn't be too bad. It should be maybe just a state or two. We might run into like a hanging Chad type situation in Pennsylvania, though, where everything hinges on Pennsylvania. And it's just, well, did we count enough ballots? Well, again, I don't like the idea of because a ballot was sent out to somebody, if it wasn't returned, that's an outstanding ballot. It's like, it's to me, it's if we're doing mail-in voting like this, that's no different than someone registering to vote and then not showing up and voting. Like, they had ample time and just didn't turn it in because they didn't want to vote, I guess, or they couldn't be bothered to, or whatever it is. But yes, I don't even know what either candidate says tonight. I guess Joe Biden's about to talk. I don't know what he's going to say. Like, I'm happy that it's coming down to these last few states. Like, I'm glad the polls were wrong and all these states I was supposed to win, I lost. Like, what's Joe Biden going to say? Could Georgia flip blue? I would be surprised. It would have to be like every Atlanta one almost. And maybe not, it's getting close, but Trump comfortably led Georgia all night. And I guess I know it's not how elections actually work. You have to count them all. It doesn't work that way. But it's possible. I would be surprised, but it's possible. But I don't know. I mean, generally speaking, it just feels like once you get past a certain amount of the vote, the person who's leading tends to just keep leading by, maybe less and less, but enough to win. Like 64% reporting Trump has a 16% lead in Pennsylvania, 15% lead in Pennsylvania. Like that isn't even really close. I get holding off on Wisconsin, 4%, Michigan. But even Michigan's like 11%. I get 50. If Pennsylvania is plus 70% reporting with Trump like plus 16%, I am going to be a little bit like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? That's crazy. Yeah, I get there's mail-in ballots in Wisconsin. That's very close still. But I'd be a little bit like, what the hell, man? Joe Biden's going to make up 17% in mail-in ballots? Really, in Pennsylvania? That sounds stupid. Making up 5 or 6 or 7? Okay. It's a lot to make up, by the way. Okay. $1.5. But here's the thing. So if 1.5 million people live in Philly, and every single one of them registered for Democrat, every single person registered to vote, and 70% of people are like, dude, that's like, doesn't mean like, and that's like assuming none of them voted. That's like none of us voted. We're all voting. Like, it's just 16%. If it was like 3 or 4%, I agree. Hey, it's a couple percent. It can go either way. It's like Georgia even, right? Georgia's getting into that point where it's like, yeah, Georgia's like 8%. That's kind of the stretch. But that's what I mean. It's only like 600,000 votes, but it's not like nobody will vote for Trump. You'll be adding votes to Trump as well. Like you have to make up the distance. Like it isn't like a football game where Trump's on defense and Biden gets to play offense now. Like they both will add together. Let me see if I can pull up Biden speaking. Let me see if I can pull it up. Honestly, you know what? Now's a great time as any. We're not going to find out who won tonight, but thank you everyone for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed it. We'll probably be doing some more stuff over the next few days as we find out. But it was a great fun hanging out with all you guys in 2020. We'll do a video or something kind of capping off on this and talking about who actually won the election. And thank you everyone who joined. Hope you all have a great night and take care.